Anthony on satellite radio. Host Anthony Camilla and Greg Opie. And Anthony apologizing for yet another raunchy comment. Profanity like rap. Is this the last straw for the raunchy radio duo?
Our show is stupid.
This is so irresponsible.
This should be illegal. It really should be. It's like, it's so unethical.
God, I hate fucking radio.
This could be the worst audio ever.
Shut up. Shut your fucking mouth. This is terrible.
We just suck all around.
I hope you show restraint in fucking my girlfriend.
This stinks.
Fucking shut the fuck up. We get it. Get it.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Oh, there we go.
Nice. We almost didn't start on time today.
I wasn't plugged in.
You were plugging out.
Oh, well, that was dueling toilets, my friend. You were in there, too.
What the hell?
I heard you.
We ran back in the studio just in time. We're getting ready for the show, and it's like, oh, boy, I got to get... I don't feel too good right now. I got to go to the bathroom. And then that got me going. So then I ran after you.
It's like when someone puked in school, everyone would just start puking. We just had a shit off in the bathroom.
And then I'm in a stall, and I hear in my head, tick-tock, tick-tock. We made it, though.
Yeah. I don't know what happened last night. Oh, my God.
What happened?
Oh, my God.
What do you mean by what happened? The rain?
No. Well, yeah, there was some rain from my ass into my toilet.
Oh.
It was terrible. I just had my normal turkey sandwich here and my V8s, right? And then I go home, and I had a little ham and Swiss on a roll with some mustard.
Nice.
It was wonderful. And so I crap out for a little while to take a nap, and I woke up with a damn near felt Hades in my belly. It was gurgling and like
squeaky door,
rusty hinge, percolating coffee.
Screen door.
The back of my thighs were hurting. I was fucking sweating.
What the hell?
I went into the bathroom and it was just like, oh no. Oh God. Oh Jesus. I thought all of my innards were coming out.
Ugh.
And that didn't stop. Like it was a few times. And wow, bad. So, and it was like at about 7:30. I went to bed. To bed. I woke up at like midnight or whatever the fuck, but I just went the fuck to bed. I'd had it. I was aching, and
feel better.
Yeah, I missed that party. I was supposed to go to a party last night, and I fucking missed it.
Whose party?
That was a retirement party for Kevin down at the Pistol Licensing Division in Mineola. Out there in Mineola there. But
why is he retiring?
He's retirement age.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's leaving.
Well, sometimes people they retire for other
issues?
things. You know.
Nah, he was done.
To stay one step ahead of the law.
He was no, he was the law. Is the law. Nassau County guys. But
what's the age out there?
Oh, what's that?
What's the age for retirement out there?
I don't know. I think he's in his. He retired a little early.
Yeah,
a little earlier. I think they got these incentives now for retiring. They'll just like, please get the fuck out of here.
Sure.
We'll give you some cash and leave. But I wanted to go to that, and then I'm just fucking gurgling, and then I come in this morning, and everything was cool. It was making noises. I was getting and I sat down here, and I'm like, all right. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, geez, I got to go back in there.
You know what? Something's going on because I got a last-minute email from Club Soda Kenny.
Yes, I was checking Jimmy's Twitters last night.
Jim Norton will not be here today. Now, He played Foxwoods last night, which is 2.5 hours away from here. These lunatics were going to do the show. Norton was going to do the show, and then Club Soda Kenny was going to drive him back to New York so he could do radio, just so he could then go back to Foxwoods for the rest of the weekend.
Yep.
I'm like, wow, that's crazy. But we got the email that Jimmy wasn't feeling good on the way back, so they turned around and went back to Foxwoods in the middle of the night.
They did the show last night.
Yeah.
Jimmy did the show. He then he said he was eating some fruit in the dressing room, and he had some dinner beforehand, and then he went out, and he said the lights were really hot on stage, and he felt this little wave of nausea during his show, but it went away real quick. And then they like got done, got off stage, got in the car, ready to fucking leave.
Right.
And they drove, and it's in the middle of nowhere out there.
I know.
Kenny's like, there's no light, there's no signs, nothing. And Jimmy had to throw up. So we had to pull over, and then I got lost.
How did he get lost just because he pulled over?
I don't know. There's no signs. It's pitch black. Jimmy was cursing God.
Oh, really?
He was cursing God. And so he was eating some crackers, pretzels, and drinking ginger ale like a little faggot, as he put it.
Yeah.
And he should be fine for tonight, but I think he thought, and everybody thought it would be best if he just laid down and relaxed.
My point, I think something's going around because I'm kind of like percolating a little bit as you talk.
Something happened.
You're percolating, and Jimmy's out.
I didn't do anything different.
I'm trying to figure out what was going on here yesterday. All three of us together. Now all three sort of feeling a little strange. I'm not sick like Jimmy is, but
did Dr. Steve bring something in?
He probably did.
You know, he's around sick people all the time.
I brought some kind of bug in here.
A bug.
Damn Dr. Steve.
With a bug.
Maybe something escaped from Plum Island, Gennaro saying.
Could have happened.
Wait, he actually works at Plum Island?
No.
Gennaro.
Works.
Yes, sir.
What's up, sir? You work at Plum Island?
Yes, I do.
Nice.
Yeah, what do you do?
Federal police officer.
Oh, okay. So you keep people like Jesse Ventura off your fucking island.
Absolutely. Actually, I was not there that day, but I'll get to why I wasn't even there in a minute. I'm glad you put me on because last night I'm watching TV and I see his, trailer for this, and such a badass he is. I'm going to expose the truth, and it's pretty fucking disgusting, this guy.
Well, obviously, just to help people along a little bit, second season of Conspiracy with Jesse Ventura.
First show.
First show of the second season, right?
Yeah.
And it's a joke show. It really is, And he wanted to expose what's going on in Plum Island, which is a little island at the end of Long Island that no one's allowed to go to because they're experimenting on animals and shit.
What they say, whatever.
I don't know what they do. No one knows what they do there.
I just want to pull a tentative shenanigans.
Okay.
Right now on Gennaro.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's tentative. I could be wrong, but I wanted to talk a little more.
Are we heading toward a Frunkus?
It could. I don't know what it could
Absolutely not. Come on. Come on.
All right.
What are your shenanigans? I'll help you out.
No, I don't know. I just want to know, all right, you called. Did you say Jesse's but bullshit? Yeah, we know that and stuff. So why weren't you there?
Because it wasn't actually my tour. It wasn't my tour to do the duty. I work Fridays and Saturdays out there because I'm one of the...
All right, so it wasn't your day when Jesse Ventura was... Let's cut to the chase. Yeah. We got lots to do today. We got the What the Hell Is That show that we're prepping for.
Yes.
He shows up... When you get there, I'm sure... I don't know if you guys ever been to the Orient Point ferry. It's actually right next to the ferry that you take over to Plum Island.
Yeah.
And it's fenced off, the demarcation that clearly, shows that it's U.S. property.
Uh-huh.
And he was asking through the gate if he could come in ever so kindly because he was saying he was doing a documentary, but everybody already knew he was coming, so they immediately shot him down.
Uh-huh.
And after, he was very, very, very polite. So what he does is he then tries to charter a boat out of Orient Point somewhere to get over to the island.
Yeah.
Nobody on Orient Point wanted to even help him because the whole North Fork, East End there's a lot of people that work out on that island that live out there, so no one's going to help this guy out.
Yeah, they had a list of all the companies, charter boats that wouldn't take him to Plum Island.
They wouldn't.
But it's like, of course they're not going to. Why would they want to violate a law?
Right. They don't want to be in trouble with the feds.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll be immediately blackballed from their recommended tourist guide list out there.
Right, so Jesse trying to get to Plum Island. We get it.
So he actually ended up going out to Montauk and got a boat out there. And he was told immediately that if he stepped foot on the island, that he would be arrested.
But I'm a former governor, a fighter, a Navy SEAL.
Nobody really gave a shit.
No one ever does.
I actually called that morning because I'd known about it, because I work primarily out of Central Iceland.
Gennaro, seriously, it's way too early for this. I got to jump in.
He's lonely out on that island, Opie.
You got to stay focused, and we got to move. We got to move.
Is there an end to this story?
Yeah, we get it. Like Jesse had a tough time even getting someone to get him close to Plum Island. So
that's on the documentary.
Yeah,
so.
we know all that. So he got a boat out of Montauk. Then what happened?
And then he was too scared to come anywhere close to the island. He's a lying piece of shit, and he's a pussy. Really.
Okay, so the point being, you guys obviously would have arrested him if he stepped foot on Plum Island, because you don't want to deal with Jesse or anybody else for that matter. But the fact also is that Jesse didn't even push it, really. He just kind of hung out in the water far enough away where no one was going to mess with him.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. That was the whole point of the story, that he's a vagina.
Okay, yeah, because if Jesse really gave a shit about his conspiracies and getting shit done, he would have pushed the boat driver or whatever to get him as close to Plum Island as possible to have some kind of interaction with the feds.
Yeah, but nothing.
But
look,
instead,
the Coast Guard is shadowing us. The Coast Guard. He had like a 1,000-time telephoto lens on a little dinghy from the Coast Guard.
As far as the whole testing and stuff that goes on out there, I don't know, because I don't get out of the car.
Could you get out of the car one day, walk in, and just snort anthrax like it's Coke? Thank you, Gennaro.
All right, Gennaro, thank you.
What was that?
Thank you.
I'm going to frunkus you. Nothing. Shut up. You heard me.
He's a Fed. Be nice to him. These guys can get things done. Thanks, Gennaro. Yeah, but you saw that episode, and so Jesse's in the water, far away from Plum Island, and far away from the Coast Guard, I would assume.
No one was hassling him.
Because he wasn't a threat at all to anybody.
And
I bet you just weekend boaters are more of a threat than Jesse was.
And the narrator was going, coming up, Jesse Ventura, or the governor goes Navy SEAL on Plum Island. And they just show him on the boat, like, because he's on the water, he's going Navy SEAL.
Right.
And it was nothing. It was him on a boat going, yeah, well, we have to turn around.
If he was going Navy SEAL, wouldn't there be footage of him coming out of the water near the shore with a knife in his mouth?
Yeah, knife in his mouth, fucking
with his
snorkel.
His frog suit on.
I brought my Vietnam frogman suit, and I'm going Navy SEAL on Plum Island.
That's Navy SEAL. You got the dark fucking whatever.
Yeah. You got the,
I don't want to call him makeup.
Face paint on and shit.
You got the knife in your teeth.
Yeah. You come up slow from the water.
You got some kind of Bond girl next to you. She's got her frog suit on.
I realized then that they had taken me to Nantucket, so I relaxed for a while. He is a douche.
Well, I took that phone call because I wanted to lead to the brand new bit.
Of course.
Because, we're learning stuff from Jocktober, and Sam taught us yesterday that if you're doing radio, you got to bring up stuff, not that you care about that subject at hand, but you bring up stuff to get to a bit.
To get to a
Prep Burger bit.
Prep Burger.
But let me tell you, let me tell everyone out there, this is not a Prep Burger bit.
I actually stayed 10 minutes late yesterday.
Yeah. To voice something.
Oh, my God.
So Jesse Ventura is working on another conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
And here it is.
He sees the lies.
The gay elite, they're pushing their agenda on you, and you don't even know it.
The secrets.
Pro-homo propaganda is being rammed down your throat.
The cover-ups.
They're using the media against us.
On the next conspiracy theory, Jesse Ventura exposes it all.
What's really going on with that Chilean mine? Heartwarming story of survival, or a 2.5-month man-on-man love-a-thon constructed entirely by queer-controlled global media?
You didn't have to be an expert watching that video to realize how hot those Chilean miners were. All of them absolutely covered in sweat.
How aggressive they would like to drill, how much they would like to drill.
In some ways, those miners were having moments where they were enjoying each other's company.
Had to curve the shaft so it would pass through this new, what they call virgin rock.
Yeah, the gay elite want you prancing around like a bunch of sissies and sucking each other's cocks.
If you can't measure, you can't manage it.
Remarkable pictures there on his knees.
What goes in comes out.
That square hole, and it is dark, it is ominous. It is almost a path to hell, and these men are coming up from that path.
You won't believe what you don't know.
There you go.
I like
mind
that.
control.
I like that.
It's all a big
Is
conspiracy.
it mind control or
Mind control.
Mind control. You won't believe what you don't know. It's Ira.
Is he coming in today?
I hope so.
Can we get him before Jay Thomas gets him?
I need my fix of Ira because...
Look, everyone around here takes our guys. Can we start taking other people's guys?
Yeah, we should be able to.
I mean, Big A from the Ron and Fez show will be in here today, I hear. Didn't he start on our show? What happened?
It's a very incestuous industry.
It sure is.
I
No.
believe.
Just between us and Ron and Fez.
Yeah.
Don't include everybody else. Fuck everybody else. It's us and Ron and Fez. That's where it stops.
Well, and Jay Thomas, apparently, with one guy.
And a little Jay Thomas. A little bit. He's been on the show. He was actually an influence when I was growing up, so I can't really trust Jay Thomas too much.
Yeah.
Too much. Hey, what's going on with the miners? Are we done with this shit?
It's so over.
Yeah, they're really trying to...
They're trying to keep the excitement going, but who gives a shit now? They go back to their shitty lives.
They're trying to keep the excitement going, but these guys just don't have interesting lives.
No charisma.
So they keep doing the Elvis thing. They keep doing the old guy thing. They keep doing the mistress/wife thing.
Yeah, that's the only... That's like the most interesting story, but it's not even interesting. Like the wife finally came out and said she's not going to say hi to him or greet him or say anything. Like she could give a shit about him.
That's great.
But it's, I'm sure there's going to be a movie and TV shows. They're going to do TV appearances. And
there's a documentary coming out. I think it was Discovery. It had cameras on the ground or something. I was reading as I was doing my thing in the bathroom. Yeah, I think they actually have footage of the guys down there.
Just going to be in 3D like everything else?
Probably.
I'm tired of the 3D.
Don't be tired of the 3D. It's gonna figure itself out finally.
I hope
You're
so.
thinking old school 3D. 3D is finally here.
I'm just
in a way we could all appreciate.
My eyes are going crazy.
It's not Jaws 3D, my friend. We're way past that now. Oh,
better than Jaws 3D, where the shark
real shit.
came through the glass.
This is some real shit going on.
I was like, whoa.
I mean, Travis was asking us if we want to do a 3D party.
Aren't we in 3D right now?
Well, that's the point. We're always in 3D.
Like, people are just naturally in 3D.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of Ron and Fez, I think Ronnie was giving Fez some shit one day because Fez says he gets nauseous at 3D movies and stuff.
Shit.
And he's like, do you get nauseous at life? Because that's in 3D.
It's the same fucking thing.
Life is 3D, Fez.
That's all it is. It's the same thing.
Had me cracking up.
Oh, poor Fezzy.
I know.
Exhausting. Let me say hi to Carl in California. Carl.
Hey, guys. Love you guys. Love the show. I just want to thank you guys. Have really fucked regular radio now. I downloaded a bunch of podcasts from radio stations around the world. And all I do now is sit there and pick their shit apart. Like, have you guys heard of Hamish and Andy?
Amos and Andy?
Yeah, they're big down in Australia and down there.
Oh, there was an Amos Andy in America, but that goes back to when the coloreds
right
weren't equal.
Their radio is supposed to be the greatest thing down there. And
they're really called Amos and Andy.
They were two colored people here in the States, sir.
Oh, for real?
Yes.
This is modern day. You can
By the way, on a side note,
sure.
I am just going to start using the word colored now.
I like that one.
Because it's good enough for Tyler Perry.
Tyler Perry's using colored.
He's got a new movie out for colored girls. Is of the movie.
That's the title?
Yes. It's called For Colored Girls, and it's got Janet Jackson's in it. It's one of these, like, black chick, all of them talking about how fucking fucked up guys are. And,
sure.
And I think they have the scene where they drink some wine and dance. And,
sure.
It's For Colored Girls. So I don't know why it's not the N-word. So I'm just going to start using it. Look, who's in there? Let me see. Go down a little bit. We got Janet Jackson.
Yeah.
We got, who's that?
I don't know.
There's someone.
You got Goldberg.
Whoopi's in there. Whoopi. Felicia Rashad from the Cosby Show.
Yep.
I don't know who that is. I don't know. And then some more colored girls. Some more colored girls are in there.
Why have you been outraged over the years when I've used the word?
Well, now it's okay.
I was just ahead of my time.
Opie, I stick
ahead of my time. I've been saying colored.
I pay attention to the rules. and I look at what's happening in society.
What happened to you?
In society,
you
I
never
mean.
paid attention to the rules.
I mean, just in society. Like if Tyler Perry now, who is the most harmless black guy in the world since Sinbad.
Sure.
If he can just put out a movie called For Colored Girls, I figured colored is going to be the next thing moving on now from African American.
Wouldn't Reverend Al get involved in this? Or
I don't know.
He probably won't because it's a black guy doing a movie named For Colored Girls.
For Colored Girls.
But shouldn't Reverend Al be all over that?
No, because Tyler Perry is.
That's what I'm saying.
So it's cool.
It's a bit hypocritical.
But I am now just going to start saying colored people because I think it made a comeback. There are some words that are retro and come back. Groovy. I want to bring groovy back.
I think we got to bring back Afro-American because
Afro-American was very short-lived.
Because the women are starting to grow those afros.
Yeah, they're getting the big afros
back.
Man,
some of them get my fucking mojo going.
You're digging that?
A little bit.
You're digging the dandelion afro?
I like the jungle look.
Angela Davis afro.
I've seen a few.
Speaking of black people, hi Sam. Good morning.
I've seen a few walking the streets of Manhattan.
Yeah,
that jungle look. I call it the jungle look.
Big afro.
Are we moving into Imus?
Very dark.
Are we moving into Imus territory? I'm scared.
No,
because the ladies are starting to grow that afro out. Sam, you keep up on the black culture, being one of them.
Well, his culture.
His culture,
yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that the women are starting to let it go?
There is more of a movement.
Let it go!
It's impossible not to do
that. And I suck at it.
I walk around my house all the time.
Trust
it doesn't
me,
matter if you're good or bad.
I'll be the first one to tell you I suck at the iron impression.
You're
but it's
getting
so
it.
much fucking.
I think you're getting it down.
So much fun to do.
There is more of a movement towards natural hair, which I definitely support.
Which was called, by the way, in the 70s, the natural.
Yes.
If a black girl, a colored girl, had a big afro, it was called her natural. Like, yeah, I got to get my, I got to trim my natural. Or look at my natural.
I think it's good. The natural.
And I was actually called out one day at Disneyland. At Disneyland. I know, it's going to get so annoying if it isn't already, but I can't help it.
I was there under blue skies.
I was going on Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
Is Ira coming in today?
I hope so.
No, I don't think so.
Just call him and tell him to get in here early.
What is he, a fucking star now?
Oh, yeah, Carl. It's
still there.
I'm sorry, Carl.
Fuck him. He's gone.
There's some dumb show that he realizes is a hacky show now because of Arch October. There, I summarized. Go ahead, Ant.
I was at Disneyland. I was getting on a ride, and there was a colored girl running the ride, and it was back, like in the 70s. I was a little kid. I had a giant afro.
Right.
And she goes to me, she goes, "Woo, child, your natural's bigger than mine."
Nice.
And she had a big afro,
yeah.
and we all laughed. And the second the ride went in, my dad smacked me in the face and said, "We're cutting that end shit off your head."
Oh, why? Can I call your dad an asshole?
No, that was great.
Come on.
He taught me everything I know.
But there's too much pressure on you as a kid.
I got smacked in Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
Why is he smacking you?
And he said, I quote my father, "We're cutting that nigger shit off your head."
Oh, my God. Why?
Because the black girl said I had a natural.
But racism is taught in the home.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
Well, it was a fucking Harvard of racism at my house.
Why? But why?
An academy.
Why is he?
It was, and a guy got a scholarship.
I get the whole story except the part where he has to smack you. Why is he smacking you?
Because he had been telling me to get my hair cut.
But how
I'm going
old
to
were
take
you?
you down. I'm going to get a haircut. I must have been maybe 10.
You were responsible for cutting your own hair at 10?
It didn't
You had
matter.
a fucked up life.
No, it was
up,
because
man.
I was visiting and shit. And I should have, in New York, my mother was responsible for taking me down.
So
it was
basically,
my mother's problem.
she was basically your father was hitting your mother through you.
Exactly.
Okay, now
exactly.
I got it. Because at 10, you shouldn't be responsible for fucking worrying about your hair.
But I'll tell you what, the next day, we went and got that shit cut off my fucking head. That's what happened there, my friend.
The cashier at Radio Shack told me I would get 5 girlfriends compared to my one now if I would let her dread my hair.
Yeah.
5 girlfriends? Yeah, but are they, your girlfriend? Jess. Very cute.
That's true.
And
quality,
yeah,
not quantity.
Yeah, you could get 5, but it's going to be each one 1/5
of
as
Jess.
Cute as Jess, right? Who is so hot.
I agree.
Oh, God.
Well,
I haven't seen her in a while. You should bring her around.
Well, she has a job.
Yeah?
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
working
I
too.
know.
We're a dual income
Oh,
household.
I mean, what?
Huh?
Just bring her in here for a little bit.
Yeah.
She's at work.
All right, well, whatever. Let's say hi
Is
to
she?
her.
She is.
Is she?
Yes.
How do
sure
you know?
she's there?
How do you know
Well,
right now?
Because it was her. Well, no, she's not there right now. Because
Where is she now?
She's at home. It's the
at
morning.
home, alone,
Why
right?
don't we call her?
Yeah.
She's about
Why don't you
alone.
give her a little call? You ever give her a call in the morning just to check?
We text. One time me and Kenny called her. She got really creeped out though.
Yeah?
Because Kenny kept asking her what she was wearing.
Yeah, Kenny's a creep, and she doesn't play that way.
No, yeah.
Did you hear that in the background? Did you hear? Who's that? What'd you hear? Who's that motherfucker?
No, there was
No?
the apartment was empty.
Empty?
Except for her and the cat.
Who's the cat?
Bruiser Brody.
Bruiser Brody.
That's the cat's name. It's a cat.
All right, you believe whatever you want.
Enough with the wrestling shit, Sam. Jesus.
What?
Isn't that a wrestler?
It is. It was.
all right.
Is he
Passed
dead?
away.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course. Your cat's gonna fucking die at a young age because you named him after a wrestler.
Anthony, for Colored, what is the name? What's the movie again?
For Colored Girls.
Okay, because we got Stephanie who has a little info on that movie.
All right.
Stephanie.
Hey, it was. I think it was even written in the late '70s, called "For Colored Girls Who Considered Suicide When the Rainbow Is Enough."
Wow, that
Actually,
sounds
a pretty long
great.
title.
Wait,
Yeah.
what? Wait, what? Wait,
Yeah.
wait, what?
For colored girls who considered suicide
When the rainbow is enough.
when the rainbow is enough.
Yeah.
I'm trying to understand that. Whoa, was it double rainbow?
Oh, no way.
Oh.
I do think there might be some context to the way Tyler Perry uses colored.
Why?
I mean,
For colored girls.
I know, but
That's what the ladies' rooms used to say back in my day.
context and subtext
Right next
matters.
to for white girls.
Yeah, I know, but it seems like you're more regressing than progressing.
Regressing? No,
We're taking Tyler Perry's lead.
I don't know if that's what he intended.
He finally realizes it was way better back then.
Maybe.
Maybe that's what he's doing. He's bringing it back, keeping it real.
What if as a show, we all go together, we reserve judgment until the show together goes and sees the new Tyler Perry movie? I didn't even finish the sentence.
Wow.
Thank you, Stephanie.
No problem.
Thank
you
you,
go,
sister.
Stephanie.
In the theater.
How do you know Stephanie's a sister? I was trying to figure that out. Stephanie, are you a sister?
Dialect.
We lost her. All
Dialect. I heard a certain dialect.
right. Did you?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm good at that, by the way.
We've been great at that for years.
I know.
We've never missed out. We're perfect on it. As far as
Even
that
when
goes.
certain people try not so hard.
Can't escape you.
Can't escape me.
No.
That's why we know you're black, Sam.
Well, I mean, I
That's
don't
how
have
you
anything.
talk.
There's no DNA to match.
You know
that
how they
theory.
got gaydar? Some people have gaydar. I have endar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I know what the N stands for.
Yeah.
In person.
That's right, Larry.
Larry King
In person.
should really
Larry gets excited. He wants to participate.
be a little more
He
tolerant.
loves participating.
Pipes up in the show.
They're calling you Anthony Bunker now, Aunt.
Ah.
But look, Tyler
You
Perry's.
like that? That's a compliment.
Why not?
You heard, thanks.
Oh.
Oh, thank you. Well, I mean, Tyler Perry using color, that means that word's back on the
I mean, it depends
It's
on
back on the table for Whitey.
context and the like when Chris Rock used the N word, whereas maybe
Did
In
he use it
person.
in the title of a movie?
no,
Well, it's a little different. He could use it in his act.
yeah,
We've already conceded the fact that black people can use the N word in their act, and we, cannot use it.
right, just coming
Unless
from a different
in context,
place.
like if I'm quoting my father and what he said to me, I'm going to use it because that's what it was said. I'm not using it to, inflame people.
No.
I'm not using it as a derogatory term.
Your father
through
was.
me. My father was, yes, indeed.
But you're
I'm
just quoting.
I am exposing the fact that I was raised in a very racist environment,
Yes.
and I came out fine.
well,
And it just shows that people can move on from that, even if they're raised in a very racist environment.
It proves the apple theory. I really
Oh, it doesn't fall far from the tree?
that old apple
so you're
theory.
you're trying to display how you
I call
have
it the
progressed.
watermelon doesn't fall far from the patch.
Okay, well,
It's
the watermelon
different.
thing.
Or the eggplant doesn't fall far from the
okay.
vine. There are as many fruit and vegetables analogies we can make. It doesn't
I know
always
I-
have to be an apple.
I know why you're
Stephanie's
picking those
back.
plants.
And guess what, Anthony? You were wrong.
Oh, well, she probably hangs out with a lot of sisters if she knew that. She picked up the dialect. You ever watch Maury? Sometimes a pearly white girl will walk down those stairs and start going like, what the hell you talking about? I wasn't with that man. That's not my child. And you're like, what happened?
Sometimes
are they dubbing it like a Japanese movie?
And then sometimes a black person comes out and speaks well-spoken. like
completely articulate and
throws you for a loop.
well-spoken, and you're like, what is this? What is this? Did they do that thing where they put the dome on each other's heads and cross their brainwaves like
Eddie Murphy comedy?
Yes, it is, starring Eddie Murphy and Eddie Murphy.
I think Anthony couldn't sleep last night because of this color thing. It got you really excited, huh?
Yeah. That got me excited.
It got you extremely excited.
I was wringing my hands looking at the clock.
It allows you to, spew some of your feelings and your views.
For colored girls.
My views. Stephanie, you're not black.
Nope.
Have you ever slept with a black guy, though?
No, actually.
Where were you born and raised?
Born in Monmouth County, New Jersey.
That's suspicious. Is it? I don't know.
I don't know. How close to Newark is that? All right. Well,
what color eyes do you have?
Blue.
Very suspicious.
Wow. Blonde hair?
No, kind of reddish brown.
There you go. Okay.
That says it right there.
All right.
Enough said. I think we all know what she's saying here. My point's been made.
We might have to go back a few generations, but, we know what that's about.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, blue eyes, red hair.
Come on, that's so obviously a black lady.
Malcolm X had red hair.
Exactly, and
Detroit
freckles.
Red.
Yeah, Detroit Red, they called him. Yeah.
Black redheads are...
My dad called him something else. They called him Detroit Red.
Black redheads are just funny looking.
Malcolm X was a handsome man.
Well, I don't know. He looked black to me because all we saw was black and white footage of that guy. How do you know he had red hair?
He was black and he had red hair.
How do you know?
Because his name was Detroit Red.
That's true.
But I've never seen a colored picture of him.
Colored?
Don't
use that.
Oh, no, you can now. Okay. All right, you're right. You can use it.
Not with Brother Malcolm, no.
Brother Malcolm looked like just a regular black guy because of the black and white footage.
Well, he was a regular black guy, but he did have red hair.
He looked like an intellectual, though.
He was intellectual.
With the glasses and stuff, and very,
he was
very well-spoken, well-read.
He sure was.
Of course.
All right, Stephanie, thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, she didn't sound happy with that.
Nah, she's
welcome.
She's
uppity.
She's
okay, well,
for a white chick.
I don't know if anybody's used uppity in a movie title yet.
Uppity.
For uppity girls.
No, uppity colored girls.
No,
okay, that would be a great.
That.
That would be a great comedy, though.
It wouldn't.
You take it too far.
I picture that as a Judd Apatow movie.
No,
yeah?
I don't think.
Uppity colored girls.
I don't think that's.
Dude, how funny would a movie be titled "Uppity Colored Girls"?
Well,
come on.
Next time Judd's in town, you could pitch it.
If
he's coming
certain people made the movie, then it would be fine.
Yeah,
Tyler Perry makes it; it's gold.
You can't say uppity.
Not in the same.
Just let me know if we're in Imus territory. Are we still all
You're
right?
way into Imus.
Oh, yeah.
The Imus.
With that?
You crossed over the neutral zone. You're into Imus territory.
You've been swimming in it.
And the Kobayashi Maru is unsavable
It's just
at
one
this point.
step further than for colored girls.
Right, and now
we're just replacing 4 and putting
That's a
uppity
big
in.
step.
Yep.
That was a big, giant step for mankind. Yes.
Why?
You leaped into Imus territory.
Yeah, you did. You didn't even cross the border. You jumped over it with a pole
Maybe
vault.
I jumped over Imus's dying body, though.
No. Oh, my God. Don't speak of Mr. Imus like that, Mr. I-Man.
We love the I-Man.
Hey, how you doing? It's Imus in the morning. How's my pal Opie and Anthony tonight?
I think he's sucking up to us. He wants us to be these pallbearers or something.
You think Imus is excited about the Tyler Perry title?
Oh, he's very... he can't steer more clear of that title.
Face, he wants to talk so bad about it.
New Tyler Perry movie. Oh, I shut my mic off. Got a button there. I put my juice on it. I didn't say Jews. I said juice. I need to keep the job. I don't think I can live to get another one. Poor I-Man.
Wow, so I can't say that even as a joke?
No, not as a joke.
Right. Why can't you say that as a joke?
Because jokes like that are hurtful
to
and
who?
offensive. To African Americans.
Black people. You could say black people.
Colored girls.
No, that's where.
Well, it's for colored girls.
So
the
if you
movie.
say colored girls and I say uppity.
I don't know if either one, depending on the subtext, is appropriate.
No.
Look, we're working on a brand new Abbott and Costello type bit. Here.
Oh, okay.
Sam,
I'm sorry.
getting in the
right.
way.
Great.
You say colored, I say uppity.
Yeah, that's
You
not
say
a good...
tomato,
Yeah.
I say tomato.
Why? That's going to be the title of the CD.
CD?
Which
You
No,
say
it's not.
colored, I say uppity.
No,
I
no.
won't.
It's a new comedy CD
You are
by your pals Opie
treading
and Anthony.
on dangerous ground, my friend.
You're swimming in the cold water that used to be covered by thin ice.
Yeah, yes, exactly. Thank you. I think we should move on.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. I
Really?
think we should just move on from this.
Really?
I don't need any more issues.
But you
and I
started
don't think you
it.
do.
You used the N-word.
I use it to
About
describe
cutting your hair.
what my father said to me after he smacked me in the face. This is a scene in a movie. This could be a scene in a movie. My childhood should absolutely be a movie. People would walk out of there crying their eyes. Be crying.
Anthony Cumia, The American Dream. That's the title.
It could be the American Dream because I then somehow got over that and turned the tears to laughter. I can't stop. My father smacked me for having black person hair and for stealing quarters to buy ice cream sandwiches because he wasn't feeding me and I was starving.
That's 2 minutes of a movie.
That's smacked
you
right
need
there.
88 more minutes.
All the other filling in is him saying things, teaching me the lingo, just not being very...
Spaghetti plate incident.
Spaghetti plate incident, where he threw the spaghetti at the
that's
wall.
3 minutes. You still need 87 minutes.
The big fuckface fight, where my father smacked my mother and she chased him around the house with a knife, calling him fuckface. You fuckface, you fuckface. And I was in the room trying to cover my ears because I shouldn't hear that word. And I'm crying, you get out, you fuckface, you fuckface.
That's 2 minutes.
Now this is a Judd Apatow movie.
It goes on and on.
You need 85 more minutes.
I don't want to give away the whole movie.
Well, fair enough.
But believe me, there's a 3-hour movie.
Can I work in an uppity scene?
I don't know.
All right, let me think if there was ever an uppity scene. Yes.
All right, give me like
Had to
5
be.
minutes in your movie to work in an uppity scene.
Uppity scene?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be the uppity expert.
All right. It was at we were going into New York City, and for some reason, I don't know, my father just didn't have the proper toll money.
Why would he?
I know, exactly.
Why would
he
he?
didn't have a dime in his pocket.
Did he punch you because he didn't
that
have
probably
enough
wasn't
change?
his fault.
No, he took it out on the African-American toll taker.
Oh, my God.
Who he said, look, he made up some story about I had to go to New York. I think I had to go to the medical center or something in New York. He was telling the guy. And meanwhile, we were just going to some bar to meet up with his friend Jimmy. And he didn't have the money, and he just wanted to get through.
Mm-hmm.
And the black person in there, my father would interpret him as being uppity because he wasn't letting my father through at the time.
But your father didn't have the money.
Well,
how short was he?
And it was cheap back then. It was
couldn't have been more than
just
a quarter.
like a quarter or something like that. So
He couldn't find a quarter?
I summarily got tossed into the back seat where I had to push, the big bench seats in the front, you pushed them forward.
Sure.
I had to push them forward and sort through dried up French fries and dust to try to find coins that had perhaps fallen.
Just to
in
pay
the
the
seat.
toll. So how was he going to pay for his booze?
And I was able to. Find that. Well, Jimmy would be paying for his booze.
Oh, Jesus.
I've talked to Jimmy years later. I still occasionally see him. And the Joey stories, the Joey Cumia stories are nonstop. He would be he'd get a writing credit in the movie. So I got the quarter, and he gave it to the guy with a little passing comment. It started with, "Here you go, you fucking," and I think you could fill in the rest as the rear wheels of the Rambler peeled out, and we went on our way. So yeah.
By the way, Jordan gave me a great idea. Can I get the number for Pixar?
Why is that?
Uppity.
You want to?
Up? That's not a good sequel.
They have a movie called
What?
Up.
Yeah.
You don't want to call.
All right, so why not Uppity, a black version of Up?
Because that's offensive.
An animation. That keeps everyone calm. My movie has to be animated.
Animated does tame it down a notch.
A notch, but there is a history of very racist
Get
cartoons.
Pixar on the phone.
Oh, I know. I got them all.
Yeah, I bet.
Old Bugs Bunnies and stuff.
I got my meal ticket out of here with my new movie Uppity, an animated feature.
I don't think it'll
That's
work.
going to be put out by Pixar. Get them on the phone. I'm serious. I got a great idea.
I don't have their phone number.
Huh?
I don't have their phone number.
You wouldn't go see an animated feature?
I would not see the movie Uppity by Pixar, no.
Why? It's a colored movie.
Yeah.
I know, I would be offended, so I wouldn't go see it.
All right. Well, you got a movie.
I got a hell of a movie in
Don't
me.
forget the cross-country trip you and your brother.
Cross-country
That's another
trip
5 minutes.
With, Pops driving down a dark, lonely road in the middle of the United States of America in a Pinto runabout. A little Pinto.
People are reminding you, because we got to get to 90 minutes. Benjamin.
Hey, Anthony, don't forget the sexy scene of the shower.
Ah, the shower scene. This will make it rated R, though.
Well,
this has to be a full frontal nudity with a man.
Where the water was waterfalling over your dad's. And you were beneath that, showering.
I wonder who would play my dad. Maybe like Benicio del Toro.
Oh, that would be good.
He could be a nice angry guy.
Yeah.
He speaks English a lot better. He kind of looks like a younger version of my dad. They'd have to bald him up a little bit, though.
Yeah, the Hispanic Brad Pitt, right? That guy?
Yeah, he could probably play my pops.
He would be perfect.
I'd have to get like some poor little innocent whiny kid to play me. Some kid that could cry on cue, man. They'll be fucking... I mean, just crying like he just put crying faggot in the.
And man, a lot of guys come up.
Jesus. Yeah, I need some kind of little kid. Are there any like little fucking like what's his name from Sixth Sense? Are there any of those kids around anymore?
That kid's about 30 now.
I know. I'm just saying, are there any more of those? They need a new crop of those little crying kids.
Maybe, we could figure something out.
I need something like that.
Little kid. There's a little kid on Modern Family who could probably pull it off.
Yeah, could pull it off.
I think so.
All right. And then my mom would be played by. We need like a young wild redhead. Girl.
You got that one. There's one in Hollywood.
John Turturro should be my dad. Okay. That's a good one. Can we get very good? John Turturro's my dad.
Can we get Betty White for the older version of your mom?
No, my mom doesn't look like Betty White. Okay, John Turturro's perfect for my dad.
Oh, yeah, he is.
That's perfect. Okay.
He's got the right attitude, too.
Yeah, John Turturro could smack a kid.
He's used the word uppity a few times in his life.
Is Susan Sarandon too old?
Too old. My mother was actually like hot back in the day, so you need kind of a wild redhead, but that could really be depressed and downtrodden because she's miserable.
Don't forget the Treefort scene.
Oh, the Richard Treefort
Who would
scene.
play Richard?
Oh, my God. Has to be a handsome homosexual.
Lance Bass.
No, he's too...
No, get the old intern.
Oh, my God.
Sean?
Lindsay Lohan's playing my mom. Lindsay Lohan. Holy shit, that's perfect.
Oh, that's
yeah, because she'd be drinking and shit. Oh, that would be great. Lindsay Lohan, John Turturro, the little kid for me.
And who would play John?
Let's see. Oh, my brother's got to be in there, too, and my sister. Oh, my God, the casting's great, though. I like this.
Look, we don't have to figure it all out in 1 hour.
I know.
That's
true.
This is a project now.
Oh, people are saying the role of Richard?
Yeah.
Sam.
You think me?
I think
Am I
Sam
handsome enough?
Should play. No, you're actually, Richard was very cute.
Oh.
Anthony.
Yeah.
Your movie's obviously taking precedent over my movie, so can mine be like a 5-7 minute little animated feature before your movie?
A little featurette?
Yeah.
Like the Pixar light that comes out in the beginning of the movie?
It'll be Pixar and it'll say uppity. I see it. I see it. And then we seg into yours, and the two movies are related, obviously.
Oh, this is terrible. As Opie, Owen Wilson or Ellen DeGeneres. This is terrible.
That's I don't grow my hair out.
Come on now.
I don't grow my hair out anymore, so no more Ellen DeGeneres jokes, please.
It's terrible.
Which means I just bought myself 2 more years of Ellen DeGeneres jokes. I know how this works.
Shit.
And now that I've broken my nose 3 times, I look even more like Owen.
One more breaking and you're there. You could start fucking signing autographs when you're out and take pictures as him.
Oh, fuck.
Wow, I really see this moving.
What about that? One of the gay kids from Glee playing Richard. Is that?
I don't think there's anyone pretty enough.
What about that kid?
Let me see. All right, he's tussleable and cute. Yeah. He might be able to play Richard.
Would you if no one's looking? Jesse in Houston's got a great idea. Jesse in Houston. Jesse.
Yes, I'm seeing the Italian version of Precious here.
Yeah, it kind of
Nice.
is. The Italian version of Precious.
Yeah.
How great is that? It can even be billed as that.
Oh, and we got another scene for your movie coming in. See, they're all reminding us here. Vinny, go ahead. Staten Island.
I was going to say, how about who's going to play the Mexican that tried to molest you? But more importantly, who's going to play Mookie Wilson, Anthony?
My mother was never with Mookie Wilson.
Oh, my God.
She
Linger
was with Ed Glynn.
Longer.
Ed Glynn, failed pitcher for the Mets back in the 80s.
We're allowed to talk about that finally, 10 years later?
Sal can't beat up anyone anymore.
All right,
You're
good.
safe.
All right, good.
Yeah.
Is Sal going to be in the movie, or will it be more focusing on the earlier years?
I think it'll probably go right up to the Sal years.
Oh.
And then it'll be a sequel.
Who will play older Anthony in the sequel? I'm thinking Antonio Banderas.
You want the guy that played Magneto to play Sal?
Oh, that's a great idea.
That's pretty good.
The guy that played Gandalf?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Could play Sal when he first got into the picture.
Can he pull off a Baltimore accent?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's pretty good. And the Mexican. There's some scary Mexican actors out there.
I want fucking...
Danny Trejo.
Yes, okay, that's the one.
Danny Trejo plays the guy that tried to molest me.
In his machete outfit.
But wait a minute.
There's the guy.
Oh, my God.
We got a movie.
But John Turturro has to be able to beat up Danny Trejo and make it happen?
Well, he might
that doesn't seem realistic.
He's deceivingly short, Danny Trejo.
Danny Trejo.
Yeah. Raped you. That's hilarious.
Hey, why don't
Almost
we go
raped
into
you.
the bushes?
That's what the guy asked me.
I know. We all know it.
He came up to me at Chato's Ranch. We need someone to play Chato, too. I need a shitload of Mexicans for this picture.
Yeah.
A shitload of Mexicans.
Hold on. We got more.
We just got to go in front of a Home Depot.
We got more shit coming in. Chris the teacher. Chris.
Hey, guys, how we doing today, all right?
Amen.
What about Rosie O'Donnell as Dreamweaver and a really strong horse?
Too old.
That's perfect.
Too old. No.
That's perfect.
You're casting
perfect.
too old. Your casting sucks. I need a young fat girl.
They got nice lenses nowadays. They can make Rosie look youthful.
Nope. Who's a young fat girl?
There's a show called Huge. It was canceled, but it was about fat camp. It was the same girl who was in the movie Hairspray. She's a big, giant, fat actress, and she's young.
Get her. Get her.
Yeah, she's
I want
great.
her in this picture.
She's dark hair. That's fine, right?
That's perfect.
Okay.
Can I do a casting for you?
Yes.
I got one. Jane Lynch.
Jane Lynch.
That's her name, right?
Yeah.
Who is she?
As Buzz.
Oh, Buzz. I need a very tall, big bone, but not fat girl. That's a perfect Dreamweaver. That girl from fucking Hairspray. That's perfect. Yes.
Get her.
This is amazing.
And she's hot right now. She's the it fat girl right now.
Fat girl? Mm-hmm. And so I'll have to punch that scene up. It'll have to be a little longer in the movie.
Yeah, maybe some scenes
Actually,
with her
it was
as your
long.
neighbor.
We did go up in the hills. We went horseback riding. Oh, my God. She's perfect. She looks just like her. That's Dreamweaver. That's my Dreamweaver right there.
This is great.
That's right there. And then, okay, Buzz has to be and she's the one that took my virginity when I was 13 years old.
Jane Lynch might be a little too old now.
She's got to be in her early 20s.
Oh, boy.
Or it could be mid-20s, but she's got to look like, she got to look, she was only 19, but she looked like she was in her mid-20s.
Okay.
Big girl, big bone girl.
Go ahead.
Big tits. Full-figured gal, but not fat. Opie?
Snooki.
Oh,
this is great! What great casting!
Snooki! No!
Snooki is Buzz.
No! No!
You just described Snooki.
That could be. She was taller than Snooki, though. But they
we'll
could
put her in heels.
And she really only has to be in
It'll make her ass
bed.
almost look good if you put her in heels.
Plus, that's a big casting. I mean, she's, again, another it girl right now.
But I don't
Snooki.
want to make it a gimmicky Snooki's in it movie.
Well, it's just a cameo.
And then I'd have to be in bed with Snooki?
No, you're the actor. So
whoever's playing me, I'm all of a sudden thinking it's private parts, and I'm pompous enough to play myself.
Wow.
Put on an afro wig.
Tracy Morgan as Mookie Wilson.
My mom was never with Mookie.
Who plays Teenage Anthony?
Teenage Anthony.
The Situation.
You need somebody who isn't allergic to massive amounts of zit makeup on their face, because it would have to be somebody that's either really in life broken out very badly, or can sit in a makeup chair for hours like they're putting on Wolfman makeup.
What if we put zit makeup on Zac Efron?
Zac Efron?
Yeah, Zac Efron.
Why are you being such an ass kisser?
I don't think.
What do you mean?
I don't think.
Zac Efron's the it guy right
Zac
now.
Exactly.
Efron's
We're trying to make a big budget major motion picture.
F. Murray Abraham, shut up. F. Murray Abraham.
We're trying to sell movie tickets here.
I know. This is perfect.
Also,
oh my God, China as Buzz.
Yeah, that's coming in too.
That would be perfect. Wow. She would be the perfect Buzz.
She's got a cock.
You don't have to see that. You don't have to see that. And she asked me to go down on her, and I refused. Buzz, not China.
And they want Craig Robinson as Patrice for the radio years. Steve from Jersey. Very good.
No, we need a very curly-haired kind of...
What about the kid from
awkward, skinny?
Not from Superbad, from that superhero movie that just came out with the kids. With Nick Cage.
Yeah, that might work.
Have you seen him in real life?
That might work.
What McFly?
No.
No. That kid right there.
Which kid?
That kid could do it, right?
God, that's
not Shia LaBeouf.
The kid from the superhero movie
from Kick-Ass.
The kid from Kick-Ass.
Kid from Kick-Ass.
He's the perfect guy.
Yeah. Or the kid from is it the same kid from Zombieland?
No, but he's another very
kid from
guy.
Zombieland would be very good.
He was in the Facebook movie.
Very good. Yeah. All right, I'm digging it. I'm digging the casting on this. I'm digging the stories. I'm seeing it in my head.
We got to get Judd Apatow in here right away.
Oh, perfect! Come on! That's perfect!
Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah, they just got to, throw tomato sauce on his face through a tennis racket and then send him out into life.
Perfect.
Oh, God, does that kid work perfectly. Get him on the phone! Make this happen.
Where's my uppity movie, then?
It'll be a trailer. Like what they did with the fake trailers on the fucking movie.
I already
conceded
to make it a 10-minute feature.
You'll have a huge
by
part
Pixar
in part 2.
I don't want any of that
in the sequel.
Yeah,
it'll be huge. Oh my God, who plays the ex-wife?
Whoa!
Now that has to go up. It probably would go up to that point, to right where I get married, because that's.
The divorce
early
would come
in the
sequel.
years. That's that. And then the working, I think right up to where radio starts becoming an issue, then the movie ends.
Would you put a trailer
where my ex-wife tells me I shouldn't take the job in Boston because it's $500 a year less than working my balls off knocking tin.
Well, that was a smart move.
If
we're going to cast her, why don't we put wild boar in the Google image search?
Yeah, and you could spell it either way, boar or boar.
Oh, perfect. We got plenty to choose from.
All right, that's perfect. That looks just like her. That's great.
Are you going to put a trailer for the sequel at the end of the first one, like Back to the Future?
Yes.
You got to film them both at the same time so the trailer's ready, get everybody excited.
Perfect.
Coming next summer.
Anthony
Cumia on American Dream Part 2.
I want to be continued.
Yes.
Like that, and then to be concluded.
You need a part 3?
No. That's being
because
written
that always
as we
becomes
speak.
a Western.
Yeah. That's being written as we speak. It's me drunk and destitute on a park bench for someone's documentary.
With hopefully FU money. You get your FU money so we can take some more chances.
I'm getting it tonight. Yeah, the casino.
Hopefully by Monday you got your FU money back, and then we can start taking chances.
Yay!
All right, we should take a break. We got the movie cast.
God, it's cast.
This is going to be a great movie.
It really is. Get this moving. Yep.
We should.
Yeah, get it moving.
We should,
this is huge.
We should do that.
Anthony Cumia, An American Dream.
An American Dream.
All right.
And I'll just, it'll be, the trailer could be great because it's just nothing but violence and abuse.
And racism.
And a lot of racism.
Yeah, a lot.
Oh, my God. Tarantino would go like, hey, tame it down a bit. Tame
Why don't you get him to direct it?
Yeah, who's going to direct?
That would...
You need some action.
Do you think a Tarantino would be good for this?
Well, he likes to write his own stuff. I don't know if you want to let him write.
Well, I wouldn't think of myself as being a writer, like that I could write the entire movie.
He tends to reimagine things.
Oh.
And you'd want a little more creative control.
Believe me,
than that.
this could use accuracy.
Yeah.
This doesn't really need to be punched up that much.
I think if you partnered with Judd Apatow,
yeah,
it would take him to a darker place that he'd probably like to go to.
Yeah, you would think he'd like to.
Whoa!
Wait,
I already have him for my movie.
Oh shit!
Well, I don't know if he'll do Uppity.
Uppity? You don't know if he's going to do Uppity?
I don't know that he'll do Uppity, to tell you the truth.
Uppity colored.
David Fincher?
Uppity, a colored
yeah,
movie.
David Fincher, you think?
What?
David Fincher.
Oh, that could be great.
He did Fight Club.
Yeah, you're more of a Fincher guy.
He did The Social Network.
And apparently he follows me on Twitter.
What?
Yes.
The Finch?
Yeah.
We'll call him.
Cool.
We'll get in touch
And
with
why
him.
can't we get the Finch on the show?
Well, there's a long gap between following on Twitter and getting someone on the show.
Why? Let's get some of these people that follow us on Twitter on the fucking show.
People are saying, look, Kevin Smith. I think it's too close. I think he's too close.
Yeah, and there'd have to be a Jay and Silent Bob cameo.
Right. Jay and Silent Bob cameo. Oh, gee.
Your dad would go to the bar and Jay and Silent Bob would be there outside.
We got to take a break because we had a busy show.
Yeah.
Is Dr. Steve here yet?
Dr. Mike is.
Steve. It's your old pal, Dr. Steve.
We got Dr. Steve here. We got Dr. Mike here. We got, is Big A here?
Big A is here.
We want Big A to
Big
do
A.
some news today because we have a very busy show, so we want to at least get the news out there for everybody.
I haven't done that in a while.
Oh, because, we're a show that's all about what's happening out there.
But we have to make sure Big A does it quick because we don't have a lot of time.
And do we have time to do a quick Jocktober after the break, Sam?
I mean, maybe, but
Are
if
you directing the show today, Sam?
I will direct if you want to.
Wow.
October is, I mean, I really like the show that we're doing today, so if you want to hold off till Monday, we hold off till Monday. We'll see how Big A does
That means
with the
less
news.
work for you.
Yes.
true.
But I'm
That
directing
means you
today,
could save
so.
the fucking
And
Jocktober
less
you have for
airtime.
today for Monday.
But it's
right.
less airtime for Sam, and you know how Sam doesn't like that at all.
I don't like that
Sam
at
is
all.
definitely soaking in the airtime.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, enough already.
All right, we'll figure it out. After the break, we're definitely going to do some news with Big A. Bobo is here.
He brought some donuts.
And his penis.
Oh, yeah, that's what I want. The thought of donuts and his penis.
Nicole from the Morning Mashup yesterday told me that she would like to see Bobo's penis.
All right, I got the bit. He's got donuts and he's got his penis. I got $100. I say we bet how many fucking donuts he could put on his fucking penis.
One is the answer.
One.
All right, then I'll take the bet.
No,
You'd have to take one to a table saw.
What?
Travis.
Hey, what's the suit doing in here, by the way?
Yeah, I don't know.
What's the suit
I don't know what
doing
the
in
boss
here?
man is doing.
Whoa,
Hey,
Travis, hey.
Travis, shouldn't you be down the hall with your fucking suit and tie on and shit? What's the matter? I thought you were banned from any of the fun places in the building.
Travis is like,
He just put his finger in his mouth and went,
what were we saying about
Travis.
Bobo?
Well, we called him.
Coming to my Halloween party?
Yes.
Cool.
Oh.
Sam, you coming?
I wasn't invited.
You're invited.
Maybe
You
I
bringing
will
Jess?
Yeah, I mean, that's who I would.
Right. I'm just saying.
Okay.
My girl will be there too. Don't worry
Okay.
about it. What? You found a babysitter?
So people have known about this Halloween party for a while, obviously.
No, it actually popped up. You actually got asked first, and the day I had it planned, it got tweeted, and I was like, having a Halloween party, and
Listen
you
to
said,
him stumble
I got a
around.
You didn't invite. Thank you, Danny. At least you
Danny,
acknowledge
you
it. Thank you.
traitor.
You
No.
didn't invite me to no fucking
I
Halloween
did, and you
party.
have a wedding.
Don't you remember 3 weeks when I said it? And then
I told you, and you said you had a wedding.
When is the Halloween party?
The 30th.
A
have a wedding on the 30th, you fucking lunatic.
Saturday the 30th?
I get it. You don't want me there.
No, you're welcome then. Please
I have
come.
a wedding today.
Okay.
I have a wedding next Saturday. My
What's
cousin
next
Michelle's
Saturday?
getting married next
that's
Saturday.
right. Oh, then it's Saturday after?
I remember when she was a little thing running around the beach, and we used to sing Michelle.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Got to
Now
dress
she's
up,
getting
though.
married. What?
Got to dress up.
I don't dress up for nothing.
I'm coming as Ira.
Someone's got to come as Ira.
You're invited, Marissa. Shit, you fucking...
Big Halloween party on the 30th.
What an attention whore.
I'm all right.
You got to hear
Yes.
the Bobo scoop, though.
What?
We called him yesterday and told him to bring donuts. Well, no, he said, I'm going to bring donuts. I'm going to bring donuts.
I bring donuts.
And so first we told him to bring 2 dozen donuts, 1 dozen strawberry frosted, and then 1 dozen assorted. And he said, okay. And then this morning he called us, and Travis told him to bring 4 dozen donuts.
Oh, God.
And guess how many donuts he brought? 4.
1.
4 dozen.
There's 4
How
dozen
long was he
donuts?
there? How long was he there just stumbling? I don't know which to pick.
Well, because he was supposed to be here at 5, and then he didn't show up till 6:30, so Travis told him he better bring 4 dozen donuts.
And plus he promised us all presents because he trashed us on Ron and Fez during the hypnotism show.
Right, yes.
And he still hasn't gotten us the presents, so I said, well...
Are they sealed, the boxes?
Yes.
In
Why,
like,
you want donuts?
In iron?
Oh, no,
I would never have a donut from Bobo.
Yeah, I'm going to get one of them strawberry frosted.
Oh, I'm going to eat a lot of donuts.
Well, let's get the fucking donuts in here. Let's take a break.
I'm having a sandwich.
And we're going to figure out some shit for after the break.
That sounds like a plan.
Oh, really fast. I forgot. I told him I'd give him a plug today. Break.com.
Yeah.
Put up my video where we're all scaring the shit out of intern Stevie. Right on their front fucking
Stevie.
page.
Oh, speaking of people who might have gotten you sick.
Stevie sick?
Asshole showed up in the lobby this morning.
Yeah.
And then he went home. And so I started calling him on his cell. He didn't pick up his cell. Finally, he called me back and left me a voicemail saying that he was sick, that he had gotten to work.
Yeah, he was here.
And realized he was sick. He had stomach problems and throat problems, and he just had diarrhea in the bathroom at Penn Station, and then did. So I'm really sad, but I'm going to have to go. Meanwhile, our intern Joe, he completely destroyed his car on the way here. He got into a car accident. His car was totaled.
Wow.
So he got a ride from the police officer to the train station and showed up here before 6.
There's a trooper
Even
right
though
there.
his car's totaled
His car
somewhere?
is totaled.
On the side of the road, he said, fuck that, I still got to get in?
Damn.
Although the officer is a big fan of Opie and Anthony and Opie's eye.
Well, let's say hello to that officer. We'll just call him that officer.
Yeah, so, all right, no Stevie today. That sucks. I wanted to fucking fuck with him today. But break.com, front page, all of us scaring the shit out of Stevie.
And it's not fake.
Fake, so fake, totally fake.
At this point, it's exhausting.
Yeah,
I
what are you
can't deal
gonna
with
do?
those fucking assholes anymore.
It's not.
They're all yelling and screaming fake. It's not fake. The guy's a lunatic.
Yes.
But then there's people really mad because they're convinced he has Down syndrome too. And I'm like,
Well,
I
he
can't,
might. That
I
I
can't
can't
fight
deny.
these battles with these assholes.
I can't
just
deny
enjoy
that.
the video.
Yeah.
It's made it to break.com on the front page, which is pretty impressive. So
He hasn't been
thank you to
diagnosed.
those guys.
He hasn't been diagnosed with Down syndrome. That
We've been
say.
told he doesn't have Down syndrome, but he has something else going on. He obviously was. I don't know. I think he was molested as a kid.
You think so? He's definitely beaten up.
So now
Yeah,
he's
something bad.
kind of like a scaredy cat.
And by the way, whoever said he has Gary Shandling mouth is dead on, because now I can't look at Stevie without looking at his mouth.
That was me.
That was it.
That was me.
was
He
it.
does have Gary
It's-
Shandling mouth.
It's exactly Gary Shandling's mouth.
Yeah. It's fucking, I thought that the second he walked in. I
I've
was
never
like,
seen
ew.
lips move like that.
I know. What the fuck is going on?
Very cool. All right, so let's do Big A news, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
We got a lot of things to choose from, but I think the Big A news
Yeah.
is a hit. We haven't done it in a while.
Now that my movie's cast, I'm fine. I don't care what we do.
And
You got
then,
your future set.
Fuck yeah.
And then I think we're going to squeeze in Jocktober, too.
All right.
And then we'll get into What the Hell Is That with Dr. Steve and Dr. Mike.
What a full show.
And we got Vic Henley coming back today.
Thank God.
Very
It's gonna
funny
be-
comic.
Yes, he was good.
Very good. All right.
From O&A Pictures comes a true story of one man's pain
It does hurt,
and a family torn apart.
and it makes you feel really funny right after it happens.
The war of the Kumias.
I had the yelling parents, too, growing up until they got divorced, and it was just, And then you'd see, like, the old man and take the plate full of spaghetti and throw it, and it would hit, like, the wall next to the phone. And you're sitting there horrified watching the spaghetti slowly go down the wall.
Get the fuck out of the room! Fuck you!
Oh, and the horrified kids.
Did Dad actually leave after the fights?
Yeah, a lot of times, sure. And then, you'd be able to go to sleep because the yelling would stop. First, Mom would have to wind down a little.
Fucking asshole!
Even after Dad left, she's still going.
Eat that shit like I need a fucking hole in the
I'm
head.
trying to sleep. He's gone.
Son of a bitch!
Shut up!
I'm sitting here.
Shut up!
That way is that?
Oh God, he's been gone a half hour.
When would he come back? The next day?
Yeah, like the next day. They'd be sitting down watching like Ronan Martin's laughing. Everything was fine. And then out of nowhere, you'd hear the rumbling. You'd be in bed and you'd hear like. And then you hear from the kids' room. Can't you two just shut the fuck up for like one night? And then we were pretty young, so, we got, called into the room and Mom sits down and goes, me and your father, I want you to know, and I want you to know it has nothing to do with you. We're divorced. Oh, okay. Can I go out and play now? How's this going to change my life? Does this mean I don't have to listen to... Oh, it does? Okay. So it's a good thing. Great. Well, thank you for staying together for so long and really, torturing us. You couldn't have pulled this one, 5 years ago?
That fucking asshole!
When maybe we couldn't remember as much and didn't have to listen to the yelling and screaming?
That way is that?
Here's an idea, Pop. There you go. Right back into the Huntington boat ramp. Give that a whirl.
The War of the Kumias.
You gotta figure you're gonna just sit there disgusted having to listen to this crap.
Hello? Hey, asshole face.
Get in touch with the Opie and Anthony Show. Call 866-WOW-1-WOW. That's 866-969-1969.
Yeah.
I guess we play that because there's going to be a Top Gun sequel.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Let me guess. All black cast.
With a small Maverick cameo, no one's going to see this shit. Save your money.
What? Oh, really?
Who would see that? An
I'll
actual sequel?
I'll wait for it on cable.
It's going to be one of those sequels where there's nobody from the original cast, really, except,
because they'd all be
except for,
retired.
they said, a tiny little cameo here just so you go, oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
This is a sequel. Hey, we're getting some very disturbing news. It just never ends around here. We'll make it quick, Amp. But we love Ira. We imitate Ira. Ira has been nothing but great on our show.
Yes.
He's a Jay Thomas guy, which we say every time he's in here, from the Jay Thomas show, Ira. So if you're Jay Thomas, that's good for you because we're pushing people to maybe listen to your horseshit.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. Here we go. Again.
Again.
We just learned during the break that Ira will not be on our show anytime soon.
He's not allowed back on our show.
Somebody walked into Ira yesterday and said, when are you going to be back on Opie and Anthony? And he said, I believe, Jay said I can't do the show.
I'm not allowed.
And it looks like some people behind the scenes are once again fucking with our show.
Mm-hmm.
And we bring a lot of weird fucking people into this building, and we do great radio with them. And then these people go on other shows all the time, and we've never, ever put our foot down and said, don't do anyone else's show, you're our guy.
We don't care.
Half the guys end up on Ron and Fez, and some of our people end up on other shows around here that I won't be naming right at this moment. Mm-hmm. But all of a sudden, we're taking a guy from another show doing something completely different, having a good time. It's helping our show, and it's also promoting the show that he's part of.
Yeah.
And, and everyone has a problem with it. It's horseshit that we're one big happy family around here. It's every man for themselves. But then now we're hearing that one of our guys might have fucked up this whole thing.
Yeah.
Not one of our guys. One of our guys in big, huge, fucking fat, thick quotes.
It's like,
he's not one of our guys.
It shouldn't have been questioned. Nothing should have been said when no one was saying anything.
Is that what happened?
Yeah. From what I hear,
is this intel pretty good? Thumbs way up on this intel.
We have confidence. High confidence is high.
It turns out, and we just had a meeting about this yesterday, but fuck it. It turns out one of our babysitters might have fucked up the whole Ira thing because he's walking around asking questions because he has nothing to do. So he walks around with his coffee and goes, well, let me see how I can fuck up the Opie and Anthony show today. I know. I'll go to Jay Thomas and see if it's okay if Ira does the Opie and Anthony show.
It's like, but no one was asking or saying anything bad or anything, so why say anything?
Ira's been doing our show for a couple months. No one had a problem with it. So why is this idiot down the hall now making it an issue when no one was bringing it up?
Yeah.
No one came to him. He went to those guys. And then I hear Jay went, yeah, no, I don't want that.
Yeah, see, we should have just left well enough alone.
So then the babysitter brings it back to our camp like, well, you can't use Ira anymore. So our point would be, why did you go over there in the first place? No one had an issue. Just leave it alone. Yeah. Don't find problems.
No.
Is that what happened? That's the intel?
Yeah.
That's what I'm reading.
I like how Danny had to say that with a mouthful of donuts.
They're delicious donuts.
What? That's what I'm reading.
That's now we got yes, a radio war on our hands. We absolutely have a new radio war. And there's a lot of WTFs coming in, Anthony. A lot of them.
Wow.
A lot of WTFs.
That means what the fuck?
And a couple of OMGs are coming in, Anthony, on this one.
OMFG.
And a lot of no more LOLs coming in as well. So this is a big one. This is a biggie. The fuck's Jay Thomas's problem? We've done nothing but support him. We've had him on the show. When I resigned, we're like, from the Jay Thomas show. That's great marketing for him. I'm sure it's pushed a few of our listeners over there to check out his
so they could hear Ira
show, to hear more Ira.
They love Ira. Yes.
And then one of our kind of old friends, which I question if he was ever one of our friends, got involved as well behind the scenes.
Ooh.
This is very complicated. You know who it is.
Ooh.
You know who it is.
Oh, wait a minute. Write it down.
I will write it down because I'm trying to be better.
Here it goes. Write it down.
And you tell me if he was ever a friend. I want your honest opinion.
Wow.
A show friend, because I know you don't really have friends.
All right. Oh, I know what you're saying.
Was he ever a friend?
I say yes. Was. Many moons ago.
So you think he truly was a friend?
Yeah.
All right, and then what happened?
And then corporate dealings came into play. Came into play, and he had to choose sides. And he chose the side of the executive, leaving us to blow in the wind. Oh, it's not awesome, Garrett. Dummies.
No, this has nothing to do with Garrett.
Garrett's awesome.
Yeah, we love awesome Garrett. We would take him back in a second.
Yay. Are we allowed to talk to him? Jesus.
I don't know. I haven't talked to him in a while.
My God, man.
Because we work different shifts now. But is the babysitter in question here? He's not, of course. Why would you be here?
We don't know. It's Friday.
Why would you be here?
It's Friday.
Could someone, who we put on the case? He's not here. So Travis or E-Rock's got to talk to him because I want to hear it from him. I want to hear from his mouth. Is it true that he went over to that camp when there was not a problem, no one was questioning anything, to ask if it was all right?
Let's find out.
If he did that, that could be
no ifs yet. Hold on.
I said if though.
Okay.
That's fair.
Yeah, but don't say what would be if until we know for sure. We had a little talk yesterday. We have to make sure everything's good
I
first.
don't think we were talking about those guys.
Behind the scenes.
I think it was more about the company in general. Yeah, those guys are still fair game.
Really?
Oh, yeah. They have to be.
I didn't know that.
They have to be.
Oh, in that case.
Especially if it's real shit.
Yeah?
Like real shit.
I don't understand.
But why would you go search out problems that aren't there?
I know,
that's really
silly.
dumb. Everyone can relate to that one too.
If that happened,
the person in the workplace that has to go find problems, like, no, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Just do whatever you do. Don't start walking the hallways to other parts of this building.
The worst thing would be to walk up to somebody and ask if something's cool. If no one questioned its coolness. Right. Because then it gives people pause to think about it and go,
no, it's not cool.
Yeah, no, I don't want that.
Right, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
But we'll wait to see if that's the case here.
Yeah. Why don't we get to Big A?
Sure, let's do that.
And we haven't spoken with Big A in quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
Big A is usually a regular at the compound parties.
The View. You got Joy Behar and Whoopi Goldberg walking out because of Bill O'Reilly.
Yeah.
And I fucking hate Bill O'Reilly, but he's right on this one.
Yep.
As far as how I see it, you see it the same way. The mosque thing is really bothersome for a lot of people, and everyone that is against the mosque being built down near Ground Zero understands it's America, freedom of religion. They understand all that shit.
Yeah.
They just think it's in bad taste and it's bothersome for a lot of people.
That's all he said.
A lot of people. And I think Bill O'Reilly said 70% of America. Oh, she came back on the show? Why would you do that?
No, because
if you walk, you walk.
Because Barbara Walters said after that happened on the air, she was like, I don't think they should have walked off the set. And they got all scared, I bet.
Of course.
And like, I got to keep our cushy jobs.
Of course, because of stupid Barbara Walters. But Bill O'Reilly said that 70% of Americans don't want the mosque
the mosque there. So, and they were trying to refute that. They're like, well, I'm an American and I want it there. And you show me the poll. She's like, show me the poll. Mm-hmm. Well, you know what? Bill O'Reilly was looking at a legitimate poll, not talking to the same liberal cunt bag fuck dicks that you talk to that go, I don't understand. They're in their little cliques, and they don't talk to anyone else that has an opposing view.
Right.
Do you think Whoopi sits there in a gaggle of conservative Republicans and actually discusses things with them? Mm-hmm. No, she's surrounded by yes libs that are like, wow, the people, could you believe there's people that don't want the mosque down there?
Right.
How intolerant.
Right.
And she thinks, because of that, 100% of the people want the mosque down there.
Right.
Because 100% of the people she's with want the mosque down there.
Right. Yeah, there you go.
It's the fucking poll. The polling has said time and time again, time and time.
But O'Reilly was giving him a piece of his mind, and they just said, fuck this, and we're out
Got
here.
up and walked out in their show of unity. Shut up, bitches. Get on your fucking... Oh, I was going to say get on your rag, but menopause has claimed those wombs a long time ago.
Yeah, I like the Joy Behar. I really do. And I like the Whoopi a little bit. But, I mean, they should have hung in there and fought it out.
They were just yelling.
And I agree with Bill O'Reilly's point, even though I just don't like that fucking guy at all.
You don't like the no spin zone, Opie?
He spun us around in circles the last time we were on there. I'm still dizzy from what he did to us.
The no spin zone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
but he was talking down to him pretty badly, though, too.
But here was their point of contention.
He said at one point, he goes, why don't you shut up and you'll learn something?
Yeah, you'll learn something. Listen to me and you'll learn something.
Right.
Yeah, what they were pissed at is O'Reilly said because Muslims attacked us. Now, that's semantics, not Muslim extremists. It's total semantics. It was Muslims that attacked us. He didn't say all Muslims attacked us, but he didn't say extreme Muslims attacked us. It's true to say Muslims attacked us. They were all fucking Muslim.
But he should have said extreme Muslims.
No. Why?
Why not?
Why?
Why not?
Why?
That's the sect.
You're supposed to say why not again.
Oh, why not?
And then I go, why not? And you go, why?
Why?
I gotcha.
What happened?
It's cartoon fucking argument.
Nice.
We're doing cartoon debating.
Can we
Bugs Bunny debates.
Can we do something with Pixar with this one, too?
Yeah, to make a good trailer.
Nah, O'Reilly knew what he was doing, too, with the whole Muslim thing.
If you... Well, he might have. You're right. I'll give you that. But there's no reason he should have said Muslim extremists. He said Muslims came in here and killed people.
Right.
They did.
Right.
The terrorists that are the biggest threat to us right now are Muslim terrorists. I'm not saying Muslim extremists because the terrorist pretty much covers that point. I'm not saying Muslim fucking that's, working, raising his family and whatnot. Muslims came in and killed us. Sorry, Muslims. They were your own kind. Does that mean you're a terrorist? No. But it means that they were all fucking Muslims.
But the point is, if they didn't agree with that statement, they should have just fucking punched it out with them.
Yeah, talk it
that
out,
That would have been
whatever.
some great TV.
But two screaming fucking bitches and him trying to raise his voice over their shit.
Hey, you were on Joy Behar.
I was on Joy's show. She's fine. I have no problem with her. She's extremely too liberal for my liking as far as her politics go. But yeah, she's funny. I've been on the show. I had no problem with her.
Right.
But in a circumstance like that, it was bullshit. It was fucking bullshit. They walk off and then they come back for the second segment where, he talks about his book.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, they must have looked completely stupid coming back on the set then.
Because Barbara said, I don't think they should have left.
Fuck Barbara
They
Walters.
should not have left the show. What are you laughing at a speech impediment joke for, dummy? Hi, Big A. How are you?
I'm
fine.
We're good. We can just cut to the chase.
Yeah.
We're
We
fine,
don't
thanks.
even worry about trying to get that out of the way.
But Barbara made him come back, and then they had to play nice instead of like if they come back on the show, I would expect more fireworks.
Well, there was. It wasn't. It didn't get as heated and shit.
Yeah, I didn't
I
see
think
that
they
part.
realized that there was an issue, and Barbara was a little PO that they left.
Fuck Barbara Walters.
No.
Why does everyone kiss her?
It's dry.
But why does everyone kiss her ass in that world? Enough.
Because she's the boss.
Whatever.
She's the fucking boss of the show.
Enough already with
So
her.
it happened to Rosie. They launched her fat ass right off of that fucking show when Babs didn't like what she was saying.
Yeah, I guess. That's too bad you gotta
They trebucheted her fat fucking ass.
It's too bad you gotta kiss that old fucking ass.
Oh, yuck. Just
Would you ever eat
Johnson's baby powder and age.
Would you ever eat an old ass?
No! Oh, and I am an ass-eating fucking machine.
When does at what age do you cut off the ass eating?
At what age?
30?
Friends don't do friends.
Is 30 the big age? Where you stop the ass eating?
Marissa's not getting any more ass eating. It's her birthday. Happy birthday.
Like she wants the world to know she's 30 today. What's wrong with you? You're a great friend.
And then she goes, oh my God, everyone knows.
But no woman wants the world to know they're 30.
30's not the cutoff. That's silly. I can make joke and say that's the cutoff.
When you stop eating a woman's ass? What age? 55?
I think there's a gray area where some would be
starts
bad
looking gray.
and some would be good. Yeah, it starts looking
You're
gray.
absolutely right.
There's
Would you eat that ass? Whose ass is that on the screen?
Oh God, is that awful? God, elephant ass. No, because there are some girls that are in there like fucking 20s that you look at and
All
go.
right, but
you
in
wouldn't do
general,
that.
what's the
Right.
cutoff?
Cutoff age, I would
You
say
go past 30. 31.
It's give or take 5 years on 40.
Either way?
Give one.
You would eat a 40-year-old's ass?
It all depends.
Wow.
Some girls are
What the
very,
fuck, dude?
very well
Get the fuck out of here.
put together, but that
A 40-year-old?
look, when the fuck am I going to be with a 40-year-old?
No, but
all right, I could say what I want.
No, but I don't want you to just say what you want. What are you thinking? You would eat a 40-year-old ass if it looked good?
No, I'm like, let me say, I was just thinking overall, you're talking about me personally?
Maybe seconds after a shower.
I'm
and,
going
and I
30
mean seconds.
35 tops.
Because within minutes it starts to,
Yeah.
because,
35, unless they're extremely extenuating circumstances.
35.
Family held at gunpoint. You have to eat the ass or they're dead.
Would you eat Betty White's ass?
Ooh. Whoa.
I'm obsessed with her today.
Yo.
Hey, Big A, how are you?
All right, Opie, how you doing?
You're not allowed to do any other radio shows, man. The law came down today.
Yeah, man.
If Ira can't do our show, we can't spread our people around. We've been spreading our people around for years. We never gave a shit. Obviously, I don't care what you do, Big A. There's other people around here that are fucking twats about their stupid shows. They got to relax. We're the kings of getting weirdos like yourself, Big A, and exploiting them. We're the kings. And now we take one from somebody else's show, and now it's a big
And look what
It's a big
happens.
issue. How you been, brother?
All right, not bad. It's been a while. You have a father. Now, how's that going
Oh
for
my
you?
God! Please don't ever smother my
Wow. I didn't know what he was saying for a while. I was
he's congratulating me on the birth
yeah.
of my son, which is 5 months ago now. But
Wow.
I know.
He started congratulating you 5 months ago. Jesus.
Don't smother my baby, please.
Oh, God.
Have you ever smothered a baby? By accident. I know you wouldn't do it on purpose, but you got that, that strength.
He's more a break a bunny rabbit's neck kind of guy anyway.
Twist it right off its head.
I did not know.
Right off its head. Does that make sense? Probably not. Right off its body. I don't know. Whatever.
That's good. Anthony's ass-eating policy is like Logan's Run.
Yeah.
Once you hit 30, your asshole starts beeping and turning red, and you have to find sanctuary.
Big A, would you eat ass?
No, I haven't really ever.
You haven't eaten ass?
No, I haven't.
No?
No.
You were married to a what? You were married to a what again?
Oh, you were married.
Trinidadian.
Trinidadian. Do they call them Trinidadians or Trinidadian? Someone from Trinidad.
A woman from Trinidad.
Right.
and you never had the desire to eat her ass? That would
no.
Was she a black girl? Well, she's from Trinidad, obviously, but I'm looking at girls here from Trinidad.
And they look all right.
And they look like all the hot black girls, not the big, fat, Americanized.
Jesus.
Well, no, I'm just saying, like.
And you got scared because I said uppity earlier?
No, because there's an obesity problem. There's an obesity problem.
The Americanized blacks are really bad, is what Anthony's saying today.
There's an obesity problem within the black community among the women.
Not all.
I'm saying there's a problem. I didn't say all.
Right.
But if you look now at Trinidad, all these women are very slender. Was your girl slender?
Yes.
See? Look at these Trinidad women. They're beautiful.
They are beautiful.
I got no problem with that.
How dark? As dark as your shirt you're wearing today?
Right? Look at that, right?
Or as dark as your pants? Let the record state that he's
what about
wearing a brown shirt and black pants.
What about fat, Italian, hairy-faced women? Yeah, they're disgusting, too. What do you think? I was going to go, hey, they're fucking hot. Don't get on the fucking Italians. Yeah, they're fucking disgusting, too. That's what I'm saying.
What do you got? How black was she?
She wasn't that black. She was like dark, but not black. And not like.
But give me a color.
Give us a skin tone, a color.
You got kind of a brown, not a dark brown shirt on. You got a basic brown shirt on.
Oh my God, that would be very dark.
That would be very dark.
That's deceiving. That would be very dark.
That would be dark.
Let's see.
He's pointing at his shirt.
How about Cece? Is she Cece Sabathia dark?
From the Yanks?
From the Yankees?
Yeah. About that?
How about A-Rod?
Too light, right?
Yeah, too light.
Too light?
Too light.
So she's kind of Cece.
Did she have a mustache like Cece? She is from Trinidad.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, wow.
Is that a Trinidad woman?
Did she look like that?
Was she that dark?
Oh, yeah, she looked like that.
She was that dark, that good looking, but
yeah.
Did she ditch your ass? Is that what happened?
Oh yeah, he doesn't know. I think he's still married to her. He just doesn't know.
Well, it doesn't matter in a shallow grave.
Why can't? We got Ira on the phone. Ira.
Hello, boys. It's Substitute Ira.
Oh, it just makes us miss Ira.
I know.
I'd like to say, until we get him back, maybe each day somebody can call to fill us with his joy, and maybe even...
All right, so Big A, so you...
You don't like that guy's bit? I think he's starting a good bit. Every day we got an Ira calling.
Yeah?
Yeah, the listeners will take that and run with it now.
Better than him.
Why don't we jump right into Big A's news, because we got a busy show. We got the What the Hell Is That? Are you going to be in the What the Hell Is That bit? You got some shit going on in your body?
Not really.
How's your health there? Still alive. That's good. It's a good sign.
I'm doing all right. Not great, but I'm doing all right.
Yeah.
Are you eating better?
Yes, I am.
We can tell.
You really mean it, or you being...
No, not at all. You look like it. I'm with Danny. You might have gained a few pounds since the last time we saw you.
Oh.
We're just worried about you, Big A.
No.
Isn't Dr. Steve still... Has he given up on you?
No.
He's still trying to help you out a little bit?
Of course.
Yeah.
You ever get your bowels cleaned out?
Yeah, didn't you have like fucking Sacrete in there or something? You have to go in with a jackhammer. Like when Mythbusters went in the cement truck and had to fucking jackhammer
they got chipping it away.
Had to jackhammer the... Oh, that was that Dirty Jobs. Which one was that?
Oh, God.
When they had to get the cement out of the cement mixer?
Oh, that was Mythbusters.
Mythbusters with the jackhammer. Why don't we just put dynamite up your ass and fucking...
Yeah. Like, hey, we worry about you, that's all.
I know.
All right. You want to do the news with Big A? We got the news because we're going to do some news with you, and then we're going to move into what the hell is
the
that?
script requires a guest in here as well.
Oh,
however, he has very minimal role. So.
Usually, it's Louis Twitchell Santani.
Is Bobo getting up? Bobo's not doing this, is he?
Well, I mean, like I said, he's got a very, very minor role.
All right, bring Bobo.
All right. He's not paying attention.
Why would he? Look at Bobo. He's talking to the wall.
Oh, what a dolt. Where is
That's
he?
the only person who'll pay attention to him is the wall.
Danny just called him exactly like you'd call a dog. He goes, Bobo! Bobo! Why'd he run in like that?
I got my UFC hat on and my patented Opie and Anthony show shirt.
Hi, Bobo.
How you doing, Bobo?
Hi, Ope. Hi, Ant.
Hi. How you doing?
You all right?
I'm doing good. I'm just a little bit stuffed. My nose is stuffed up today.
Oh, that's good. Get everyone sick.
That's wonderful.
So you psyched about the Mets in the playoffs and that's right. That's right.
Is Bobo, you're going to be part of this, what the hell is that?
Well, I do got something. I do happen to have something.
You do got something. Yeah.
What do you got?
It ain't grammar.
What do you got for this?
Or spelling.
Besides the mangled dick.
You got something else going on we're going to look at? We don't want to say it yet.
Don't fucking... Shut up. This is what he is the worst at, by the way, is keeping something secret or under wraps for a while, because he always blurts it out. No, I don't. And then, bam, it comes out.
Of course.
Don't mention it, because you got to wait for the bit. Do you understand?
All right.
All right, so shut up about that. Don't even think about it.
All right.
Okay. But you do have something.
Yeah, I do got something.
Yeah, I do got something.
Yeah,
I do got something.
You do.
How do people hate Bobo?
I know.
Because they're assholes, to be honest with you. When it comes down to it, Bobo does good radio for us.
I get into Twitter wars with those people all the time.
Well, now at least you won't have to tweet every 2 seconds that I want to be back on the show. It was getting a little fucking monotonous there, Bobo. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
All right, so you won't have to tweet that for a while.
What's the thing you got for the Dr. Steve part?
I can't say it. Remember?
No, just testing.
Oh, very good.
Just testing you,
I saw
Bobo.
what you were doing there.
You saw that? Just testing them.
Let's do the news with Big A and Bobo.
Yes.
Good morning and welcome to another stupendous news segment. My name is Big A.
And I'm Bobo.
Oh, so now he put it. I hate him already. I agree with the listeners now.
And I'm Bobo.
Oh, he kind of went up. He's acting. Shut up.
That was part of the bit tag over
die.
the top.
Is it part of the bit?
In a local story, a possible UFO had hundreds of New Yorkers standing around staring at the sky on Wednesday. Yesterday, local students from a school claimed the UFO was actually balloons from an engagement party for a teacher who decided not to A single anymore.
Hey, Big A, what's going on in world news?
Fuck me running.
Well, stupid in world news, all 33 miners in Chile were successfully rescued in stable condition after staying underground for a staggering 69 days, as thousands stood out beside the mine. Each worker was steadily lifted up in a state-of-the-art capsule. The miners, who must have been starving, have stolen the hearts of many all over the world. Hey, Bobo, I wonder if there were any other Lamites, or even possible cities inside the mine. I can't say that word.
All right, well, Big A, I have no idea.
In entertainment, a stunning turn as the situation was the latest celebrity to be stamped out of his stint on Dancing with the Stars. The Studley Jersey Shore after his dreams of winning competition was stalled when he finished in last place, just behind Bristol Palin. We'll see which stars hopes
Holy shit.
Stymied next week.
Holy
well, I heard, Big A, I heard some gossip about the situation, the reason why he got kicked off.
Don't go off the script.
Wait, why are you going off script?
I had a comment about the situation.
Well, it's a scripted piece here.
This is a fucking news.
Okay.
Who asked you?
Cast.
Okay.
Oh,
okay,
Big A!
sounds good, Big A.
Who the fuck asked you?
Hardcore, Big A.
Okay, I just thought. It's just when I was looking at that story, I thought of a good line. Okay, sounds good. Okay, sounds good, Big A.
What, Bubba? You're gonna take that from Big A?
No, I was. All it was good. Hey, come on, there's something wrong with it. I just thought I'd add a little bit to the bit when I saw a good line there as I was looking at this. All right.
Wow.
What the heck is wrong with that? All right.
By the way, he doesn't have his headphones on.
You call him Big Gay.
Is Bobo's breathing.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
That had to hurt.
It's horrible.
All right, let's get back on script, boys. Should we get the last line from Big A so we know where we are in the script?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that, Big A, because now we got to get back on script here. So just the last line of that last story, and then Bobo, you pick up where you're supposed to pick up.
All right. Okay. Sounds good.
No, that's not. Even though that was a good response to what I just said, that's your actual line that you have to wait to say after Big A does the last line of the last story. Go ahead, Big A. It would be.
We'll see.
We'll see.
That's right. This is so fucked.
We'll see which stars hopes are I meet next week.
Okay, sounds great, Big A.
Then he changes the line.
He changed the line again.
Why are you changing lines?
What does that line say?
Okay, sounds good.
All right, then why did you say?
Why did you feel like you had to punch it up?
No, I just thought maybe I should add that a little bit to the line.
A little bit.
Why would you think that? It's a script. You follow a script. And then he just goes.
You're kind of bummed you don't have a lot of lines in this bit, huh, Bobo?
Is that the problem?
No.
You're like Lucy.
No.
On every fucking Lucy, I Love Lucy episode. I want to be in the show. I want a bigger part. My dick is small and chewed up.
Bobo should be happy he's in it at all.
Oh! Big A nails him. Holy shit.
Bobo's stupid.
Bobo looks so stupid.
Like an asshole.
Bobo, you're not the man. Like Big A.
Wow.
Bobo just went, hey.
Look, the little girly man needs his diapers changed.
Diapers changed.
No, I don't.
Fucking faggot.
I might be stupid, but I don't wear diapers.
What?
Oh, wow.
That's a great comeback. Terrific. All right, Big A. Last news story. I want to time this one.
Finally, big tech story today. Apple stockholders must be
Holy shit, he is sweating.
He just said, wow.
He goes, wow. Like he's sweating profusely.
Go ahead, Big A. You got this.
Come on.
We're rooting for you.
There must be must be stoked. As Verizon
It's three lousy stories.
as Verizon stated that they would start stocking iPads in their retail in the retail stores in a move sure to steam some potential customers. Apple will strictly sell Wi-Fi only iPads. So in order to take advantage of Verizon's data service, you will need to purchase Verizon's Wi-Fi, which converts Verizon's 3G coverage into a wireless hot spot for the iPad. The iPad, which is popular.
Love that wood.
With stylish college students stampeding into the world last year.
Well, that's the news for today. I'm Bobo.
And I'm Big A.
This might shut him down. He's wiping his head. This might shut him down.
And I'm Big A.
Okay. We got that. Yeah, we know who you are.
Big A's rebooting.
Shut up! Doesn't say that.
It's all down. Just get past this word, and you'll be fine.
Maybe you start the sentence over again.
Yeah, better start over.
Start the sentence over again.
Let's go back to Bobo. Bobo, what did you say?
Yeah,
you set up Big A to make it easier for him.
No, I was just saying that Big A's rebooting.
No, you're lying.
Read the script. No wonder you're not on the show.
All right. Right, the part that I was going to say was, well, that's the news for today. All right, time about stick around with what the hell is that?
No! Read the fucking line!
Holy shit, are you fucking stupid, you cock! Read the line, dummy.
Well, that's the
so close to believing.
That's already the line that I already read.
No, that's what we told you.
Well, that's
Read
the news.
it again.
Well, that's the news for today.
Well,
I'm
not yet.
Bobo.
Wait until the Big A's
Yeah,
ready.
hold on.
Holy fuck. Oh, my God. I want to kill you.
And I hate that I have to say this. I almost agree with the haters.
I know. I'm completely
I was
agreeing with
sticking
them.
up for you, Bobo, when you got here.
Wow.
You turned me.
Now just say your line in 3, 2, 1.
Well, that's the news for today. I'm Bobo.
And I'm a Big A.
Do you know he had it right before we said
Yeah, I
it?
know.
Did you notice that? He said stick right before I went, why don't you do it again?
Stick around. What the hell is that? Sorry if stammered.
Oh, yeah. Wow. How long did that fucking take? It was like 10 minutes.
Wow, your face is beat red.
Yeah, you're all red. You're sweating.
Could this lead to a medical issue? Does anyone know?
We could ask Dr. Steve when he comes in, because I think this is part of what the hell is that?
Yeah,
that
look
when
at
you
his head.
read, it's like you ran a marathon.
Yeah.
And Big A, Bobo, you're breathing into the mic like a fucking rape victim.
Yeah,
you're sitting there, you're like... Darth fucking Bobo.
He's done Darth Bobo.
Yes.
Bobo, why the heavy breathing?
No, it's just the breathing from my clogged up nose.
All right, just tell me where the rebel
It's
base
difficult to
is.
breathe.
I need to know. I want to test out the Death Star. I shouldn't have told you that. I want to know where the rebel base is just to say hi. Is that okay? I'm gonna blow up Alderaan. But no, I'm not. I'm gonna blow up I'm the fugitive. I'm gonna blow up not Bobo.
Oh, God. Oh, Bobo.
People are not happy out there, man.
You stink.
One guy wants us. Well, let me go to Kevin in New York. Kevin, go ahead.
Good morning, boys.
Hey.
After you have Big A kill Bobo, can we just go home and take a nappy? I'm exhausted.
I know. I'm exhausted.
Unbelievable, right? Yeah, maybe we end the show now.
It's so hard to...
All right, a lot of phone calls, but whatever.
It's so hard to listen to you trying to get that out, Big A.
I can't figure it out, but you have a problem with like a certain word, I think.
Yeah.
That just happens to come up every once in a while.
Then there's words before the certain words.
Right.
Because he really had a problem with that.
Dude, when I saw...
stalagmites and stalactites.
Oh my God.
Holy shit.
I knew we were in for a fucking...
And then when he said stalaxities. It says stalactites, stalaxities.
And how did he say popular?
Poplar.
Poplar.
A wood.
Hey, you do what you got to do, right there, Big A?
You eke through it.
God
whatever.
bless you. God bless your barely beating heart.
You shit your pants and you move.
All right, Big A is going to be part of What the Hell Is That? So is Bobo. We better maybe seg right into that. We're running out of show.
Yeah, we should do that. We'll
and maybe we'll do some other things as well.
Yeah.
Also, I want to play the Jesse Ventura thing one more time.
Yes.
Speaking of the news and the mind.
My goodness.
Mind control.
Check this out.
He sees the lies.
The gay elite, they're pushing their agenda on you, and you don't even know it.
The secrets.
Pro-homo propaganda is being rammed down your throat.
The cover-ups.
They're using the media against us.
On the next conspiracy theory, Jesse Ventura exposes it all.
What's really going on with that Chilean mine? Heartwarming story of survival, or a 2.5-month man-on-man love-a-thon constructed entirely by queer-controlled global media?
You didn't have to be an expert watching that video to realize how hot those Chilean miners were. All of them absolutely covered in sweat.
How aggressive they would like to drill, how much they would like to drill.
In some ways, those miners were having moments where they were enjoying each other's company.
Had to curve the shaft so it would pass through this new, what they call virgin rock.
Yeah, the gay elite want you prancing around like a bunch of sissies and sucking each other's cocks.
If you can't measure, you can't manage it.
Remarkable pictures there on his knees.
You know, what goes in comes out. That square hole, and it is dark, it is ominous. It is almost a path to hell, and these men are coming up from that path.
You won't believe what you don't know.
Opie and Anthony Show on the Virus, Sirius XM.
I know why you're playing this one. We're, Anthony, we are one step closer to a Guns N' Roses reunion.
No way, not with Axl.
Duff reunited with Axl and Guns N' Roses last night in London.
Yeah, well, you think Slash and Axl will ever share the stage again?
Duff was in that same category.
Nah, Duff is a lot different than the category of an Axl and a Slash getting together.
I don't know, man. You think Duff was the easy one, Travis?
Didn't Axl make fucking
We've had Duff
people
on the show.
Axl said...
Hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
Did not Axl make people take off their big Slash hats at his concert?
Oh, yeah. In Vegas a couple of years ago?
Yay!
Yeah. Axl said last year one of them will die before they reunite.
Yeah, but
I really don't think Slash...
Why is Duff joining them on stage?
And Slash will never do it.
Because if
Slash
Duff
don't.
does it, then maybe Slash does it.
No.
Axl said in the past, he said, I would do something with Duff.
But not Slash?
Never
They
Slash.
will
I really
never
don't think
work
Slash
together
and Axl
again.
will ever be
That
together
is a my brother and Jim Laird situation.
But your brother and Jim Laird aren't sitting in multi-million-dollar fucking mansions. Like, I don't get that.
Everything's relative.
These guys are all ridiculous famous because they got together in,
But
way back
Slash-
in time, made millions and millions of dollars together. So how could you actually hate someone that much after all
Put
that?
it this way, Slash is doing fine. He enjoys playing music. He enjoys what he's doing.
I get all that, but
he doesn't have to put up with Axl's bullshit anymore.
But the hate to continue. People grow apart and all that. I get that, but I mean,
I think
they're in
more
a position today because of what they did together.
But I think there's
20
more
some odd years ago.
I think there's more hatred on Axl's part for Slash than there is for Slash on Axl, and I think Slash is at the point in his life where he's like, he just doesn't need the bullshit.
Yeah, Slash, I mean, he's been in here. He's
doing
one of the most
fine.
easygoing guys in the world.
Yeah.
And,
you think he needs to put up with fucking Axl's baby
absolutely
shit?
not.
Yeah, all right.
And a couple years
No
ago with
way.
his biography, I think Axl got pissed. Because
Well, I
he
still
said
think
shit
they're
in
a
his
step
biography.
closer because Duff was on that
I
stage.
would hope so. Izzy's played with him.
Maybe
before.
there's a few more big, huge steps that have to take place, but
The money's right.
I'd suck another dick if that happens.
Whoa, you said another.
That's the joke.
Whoa.
That's the
Whoa.
joke, baby.
Wow. Dr. Steve's in studio and Dr. Mike.
Yes.
We haven't seen Dr. Mike in a while.
Yeah,
How are you, sir?
Good, thank you.
How have you been? How's
Very
the
well,
practice going?
Oh, fantastic.
Yes?
Fantastic.
You'd think you'd have it down by now. It's a doctor joke.
Because
The
he's
practice thing.
practicing.
Yes!
Yeah.
That whole practice thing is so funny with you doctors. And what was your field of expertise, if you could refresh the memory of people?
Internal medicine and
gives a
hospice and
shit.
palliative care.
No, I care.
Just look at these weirdos and tell us what they got.
Internal medicine. Internal medicine. And what?
Hospice and palliative care.
Oh, okay.
You're a hospice guy?
Yep.
Oh, so you've seen a lot of them check out, huh?
Yeah, all of them.
All of them.
That's the purpose.
Holy shit.
That's the purpose of
That's
hospice.
what we're there
Anthony.
for.
Now, Dr. Steve, you do that too, don't you?
Yeah, it's a bizarre coincidence. There's 2,500 board-certified hospice and palliative medicine providers in this country, and there's 2 of them right here.
Speaking of board, I'm kidding. It's another joke. I'm full of them.
Enough about that, Anthony. I got to ask Dr. Steve something. I probably should ask him off air.
Yeah.
But my private life is my private life. But let it be known that Dr. Steve and his lovely we clear that one up.
Okay.
Dr. Steve and his lovely wife came over for a little dinner last night.
Oh!
And we shared a couple bottles of wine.
Yes, we did.
Wine?
And we did a little New York City takeout.
Yes, we did.
It was an awful rainy day, and my son was crawling around all over the place.
Look at you having a moment like a romantic comedy. Manhattan. Take out some wine.
Yeah, you're right.
Overlooking the river.
Put some Frank Sinatra on.
Yes.
And we had a great night, and then I brought you to the elevator, and we said the goodbye hugs and stuff.
And you kicked him down an open shaft.
Well, no.
No?
It's better than any joke you can come up with, to be honest with you. And then he hugs my wife and says, "I love you." Do you remember doing this?
Yeah,
Were you
vaguely.
feeling?
I think I hugged you and said I love you too.
At least it was your wife, yeah.
So then
I was just having a moment.
That's what I told her.
Yeah.
She wasn't sure if you.
Why, did she get in the fetal position at the bottom of the shower?
She was laughing her ass off as soon as the door closed. And she goes, did you see? I go, yeah. I go, but I think he was just like having a moment.
Yeah.
And then she goes, I think he might have when you say something stupid, you're like, oh my God, why did I just say that? So I had to ask you on the air what that was about. Do you actually love my wife?
Well, we love you guys.
You love my wife?
You love my wife?
You fuck my wife? But why did you put you in that too, Dr. Steve? Why did you say me too?
And then I felt bad and say I love you to your wife, and it gets all complicated.
Now it's awkward. Oh, you shan't be back.
You blew it!
I want you to do the Pope of Greenwich Village after that.
I know.
If you're going to start with that one, I want you to go, they took my thumb? That bro robbed you? That bro robbed you?
That bro robbed you?
That bro, they took my thumb, Charlie.
We got Vic Henley back in studio, by the way. That's the the one that's going to sound the most Southern out of all the Southern people that we have in studio today.
A couple of Southern people.
I'm the real Opie.
How many bottles of wine did you guys go through?
Two.
Two?
Yeah, but...
And what are you drinking before you got there?
Nothing, but the food took a while to get there, and so we were
empty
drinking
stomach
on empty stomach.
drinking. Was it your wine, by the way?
One of the bottles was not homemade wine.
Okay.
No. Speaking of that, by the way, can I say this? Let me grab this.
Wait. I want to talk about the wine. I got a couple things. Let me control this for a second. Hold on, Ant. Hold on. So the whole "I love you" was just like a moment.
Well, he was caught up.
It was a nice moment because we had a nice night.
Yeah, I was having a moment.
And as far as the wine goes, Ant, he brought over a bottle of wine. That's what you do when you visit. I looked down and all right, this will be the second bottle tonight.
Oh.
And then I broke out some of the fine shit.
Connoisseur.
And then we went with his bottle because then it doesn't matter as much.
Right.
So
yes, my bottles are in the office, and that's what Dr. Steve is going to get on me about.
Absolutely, I remember.
Where was my bottle of wine?
What bottle?
Proudly displayed on my desk in my home.
Yes.
But
as much as I make fun of Dr. Steve and his awful wine, it is displayed nicely.
I said put mine in the office till I leave, and these incompetents never give them to me.
We don't even know where our office is.
2 bottles of Anthony's Luscious Hog.
Luscious Hog.
I remember hearing the words, "I'm going to immediately put this in my collection, Dr. Steve."
By immediately, I meant a month.
Yeah, and the collection that's on top of E-Rock's desk.
All right, give me the goddamn bottles right now. They're going in my bag.
And it's a good conversation piece.
There you go.
Really
put that in behind the bar.
At least I have it.
Yeah, there you go.
Clang. Well, I can't put both.
That was my brother's excuse for everything. It's a good conversation piece. I put it up here.
There we go.
By the way, your wine was in a box, and I just made sure it was on display when you came
now
to my
it'll
house.
proudly be displayed in my backpack
for the next month or two.
He's going to put it right next to one of his 38 Bud Light dispensers that he has in his home.
That's right, my Bud Light kegs and my Guinness kegs.
I think Vic Henley was impressed by that yesterday.
Hey, you can't.
You walked away going, God, that's pretty good.
Exactly. The more taps you have, that's better than more
tape.
TV.
Guinness and the Bud Light taps at his house.
I feel like shit, though, because Dr. Steve, every time he comes up to New York, I'm going out somewhere. I'm leaving. And you have not been over to the compound for the drinks. I would like to hug you and tell you I love you when you leave. I think that would be fun.
She was laughing. She goes, "Did you hear that?" I'm like, "Yeah, I heard that." But
she's lovely. I mean, she's just she's a great person.
But it wasn't a general "I love you guys." Thanks for having me. It was an eye on focus. I love you. I love you. It was the creepy, weird doctor thing. I love you.
I gave his wife an air kiss. There wasn't even
right.
No. I did an air kiss, and he's like full on hug with an "I love you."
I love you. I love you.
And then we had a discussion if Dr. Steve and his wife were swingers. And I was like, "Is that his move? Was I supposed to like
his
move?
I love you. Let's make out."
He just goes in deep. He goes in deep with the "I love you." There's no pussyfooting around.
Oh no, swing.
I love you.
That's how you say like me.
I love you.
It's funny.
We had an awesome night.
Yeah, it was great.
I can't make too much of it. We had a lot of fun. I'm glad you came over and checked out the whole scene.
Yeah.
Now your compound is not near the size of his. Are you more subdued?
Well, he's in the city.
I'm in the city.
Okay.
I'm out in suburbia.
I'm way up in the clouds. So.
All right.
We had to make decisions in life, like convenient to get into work really quick, or move way out east on Long Island, have a palace, but then the commute kills you.
That's the eternal battle.
I
right.
kind of compromised. I went with
you
just
went with
into
space.
suburbia.
You went with space.
Could get some room and,
Now, that's the New York thing. It all boils down to space.
The neighbors can't hear the screams.
Right.
Is what I needed. An apartment doesn't work for me.
Right.
I smell something dead.
Right. I may have to chop up the body and put it in the garbage chute.
Why is there so much lime being brought up in the freight elevator? I don't need these kind of things.
Now getting back to our night, Dr.
Our night. Doesn't sound like your night.
I love you.
Sounds like I was just
You were the cock blocker.
No shit.
Focused. He was focused.
Yes.
Fuck, I didn't realize you didn't know I was there.
Your wife is lovely, is what it is.
Of course she is.
She's very sweet and nice girl.
But I want to ask Dr. Steve, I don't know, I don't want to cross the line here. So I'm going to write something down.
Oh, shit.
You know some of the stories you were telling last night? You've never told them on the story.
Oh no.
Oh, no, I don't know what you're talking about.
Selling cadaver parts? Or, so what was he?
Hold on. This one. Because I don't know. No, because we are friends in the end, and I don't want to step over too many lines here.
Yeah, no, that's one. I've been just sort of saving that nuclear bomb for some
For this
time.
show.
Jesus.
It's time.
Really? You think so?
If you're going to talk about it on our show.
Okay.
You can do the medical shit with Ronnie all you want. Give us that story.
Jesus. He reveals something to you.
Yeah, weird medicine is happening.
Of nuclear capacity.
Tonight at midnight?
No, Saturday.
Oh, Saturday.
Saturday at 7.
Sorry.
Saturday at 7. Not even close.
Who's on at midnight?
Big Kev.
Tonight?
No. Saturday.
Saturday, Big Kev's.
What?
This show is on at midnight.
This show will be on at midnight.
Whose channel is this?
I have no idea.
It's our channel. No, when are you on?
Saturday, 7 to 9 p.m.
And Ronnie's
Eastern.
doing the show with you.
Yes.
I was trying to give you a plug. I just fucked it all
great.
up. Yeah, that's going to be a great show. Dr. Steve and
Definitely.
Ronnie. Tomorrow night at 7. You want to talk about real fast before we get into what the hell is that?
Yeah, I don't. It's that isn't one of those stories you can tell real fast. I just, I met somebody on the internet several years ago, and I married her after 72 days, and
wow, there you go. Always a good formula.
Well, we only had 5 days of face-to-face.
Oh God, even worse.
Yeah, it didn't go well.
Good judgment.
Do you pick the green square on the roulette wheel too? Are you the one guy? Are you the one guy that bets that? Are you that bold? Right, come on, baby.
Kenley fucking rule.
Hey, it pays off if it works.
Oh, absolutely. So does 11 on the dice game, but
shit. Wow.
Did you know he wrote a book?
What?
And that he promoted on Phil Donahue.
Really?
This Dr. Steve has done some shit with his life.
I know. You know, you could tell by talking to him. He's very wise.
And yet not, if you married a woman after 72 days.
That's how you get wise.
But that led to the book, right?
Yeah, I've read the book.
You read the book?
Yeah, it's
Wait,
hilarious.
hold on.
You magnificent bastard.
Hold on. Dr. Steve, did you write the book after meeting this girl?
After meeting her, but not before I could... Oh, Jesus.
Oh, wow. I've never seen Dr. Steve.
Have you seen his
I like
book
to see
on
smart
Amazon?
people confused. I love to see smart people
don't talk
confused.
about the book on Amazon.
Why?
Well, because it has my last name on it, and then here's part of my problem.
You can't just say what you said. Then.
I know. I'm a fucking idiot. Obviously.
Oh God damn! No! Don't get yourself in a jam up.
Yeah, we don't want you to get in.
Where'd you go to medical school? Where'd you go to medical school?
University of North Carolina.
Okay, I just wanted to hear that, and then I'm a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Sorry.
Now,
together. Sorry. Okay.
My issue is the minute that it's known, that I lose my anonymity, my ability to drop F-bombs on national radio disappears.
Right.
So I'm, I've always been real careful about that.
Yeah.
Let's just say it didn't go well, and can we just leave it at that?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Opie.
We should. Okay.
I'm still a newbie at this stuff, and so I should have just said, no, we can't talk.
All right. Fair enough.
I'll hear the story at some point.
Yeah.
It's got to be on the radio, though.
Really?
Maybe Big A. We could tell it through Big A and say somebody.
Sure.
I don't know. All right, that's fine.
Is it hot in here?
Yeah, it's very
Yeah, it's really. You sweat like Big A.
It's an amazing story, though.
I
That's all I'll
doubt
say.
it.
All right, that's fair enough. I didn't go too far.
No. I learned my lesson when you hold up something. If I can't.
Well, I
talk
asked
about
you.
it, just- I
We
know.
already cast
right
one
there.
movie today.
No.
We already cast one movie today, Mine.
True.
And we got to get that done before we get to Dr. Steve's.
All right. Well, we're gonna do What the Hell Is That? I know that.
Yes. What the hell is that? We haven't done this in quite a while. We have two doctors here, and we have some, I guess, listeners outside. Ugh.
How many guys we got today?
Are they creepy? No, they're all
5.
listeners. 5 of our listeners, and they have various afflictions.
Yeah.
Things
5
they have
out of
not
the
gotten checked out.
hundreds that we sifted through to cull
Yeah,
out
we
the
had
five.
Oh,
Crazy.
yeah, to call.
And 2 of the 5 are Big A and Bobo.
Oh, great. So another bit that's fucking gonna be a
Yeah, I
disaster.
can really pull them in.
No, believe me.
Why do you think I wanted you to tell that other story to save our asses?
No.
If it goes bad, maybe I'll
I
reconsider.
wouldn't
He held up a sign that said ex-wife, so it really is it's a billboard for, happiness.
You at least got to read the part where he's meeting her for the first time.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, my God.
He's on, right? Everybody
Jesus,
knows.
Sam.
Everybody knows.
Yeah, I read it. It's so funny.
It's so funny.
It's funny.
Because
Wait, can we talk about this separately? Then can
I
we
say
talk
that
about
I'm
the
mentioning
ex-wife
names
at all, or no?
Yeah.
okay,
What?
yeah, he said as long as there's no names or locations.
Yeah.
So like because in the inscription that he wrote, he sent it to me 2
Yeah,
years
see,
ago.
that's the problem, Dr. Steve. We had no idea you wrote a book until you sent it to us.
I know.
That was your first mistake.
I know.
Well, things change.
All right. I'm trying to be better.
He explained where it was, but in the book,
Yeah.
like in the middle of the book, he talks about meeting her in person for the first time and the plane touching down, and even though he had never seen her face to face, their souls were already joined.
Oh, wow.
Dr. Steve just went,
While he was sitting on the plane, he was writing a letter to her, realizing that their souls were already one.
Yeah.
Right. And even though you said that really kind thing, you also heard at the exact same time his disgust in believing in love. It was like the hope and the disgust at the same time. It was the total combo package of love.
Fantastic clinical decision making.
The other doctor busted on him. Dr. Heckling. Dr. Heckling going on in the room.
Calling Dr. Heckling. The inscription basically says, everything this book says, don't do it.
oh, it's turned into a what not to do.
Oh, wait, but he wrote that recently.
Yeah.
That was to you?
But he just wrote it in the
you.
book.
Okay.
Yeah, he had another extra one.
Can we
laying
talk
around.
about your ex-wife, Dr. Steve?
Peer to peer. No one else is listening.
I think,
Don't force Dr. Steve to do anything.
That's why I asked.
But you've asked 5 times. Now you're needling him.
I can't remember.
I know it would be fantastic radio, but you don't want to do that at the cost of destroying a friend's life.
Let him think it over.
Does your
remember? You must remember who runs this channel here too, by the way. So just think of it.
Howard.
Probably. Probably. It's up to you, Doctor.
Does your divorce decree forbid you from saying disparaging things?
Yes, but the good thing is, I have this radio show, which is a freedom of speech outlet, and my income and things. So there are certain gray areas that I'm able to get along with. I can't disparage or I can't slander, libel, things like that. But I can talk about what happened in my life.
You can talk about the truth.
I could say the fact that there was a night that I went out, I was playing a gig. She and her mother got so hammered drunk, I had to drive them home. Big fight. Ran out of gas with the fucking truck that was supposed to load the equipment up. And my whole band is waiting at the gig with all the equipment outside in the snow now because the club was like, get the fuck out, we're closing. While I'm out of gas on the side of the road with the 2 drunkards on the side of the road. It was horrible. My brother thought I was dead. The whole band thought I was dead. They're like, no way Anthony would ever do this. It's not like him. But yeah, I could tell stories like that. How my ex-mother-in-law got hammered and walked into a keg party in the apartment next to hers because she thought it was her apartment and just fell asleep on the couch at a college kegger.
Nice.
I know.
There you go.
Used to call that free meat.
Call Foxworthy. That's who you might be a redneck right there. That's who you might be a redneck. No matter where you're from.
I can tell stories about what had happened, but I can't then go on and say things that aren't accurate or disparaging things that aren't true or my opinions of what.
I see what you're doing.
Yeah.
Your turn, Doctor.
No, I wasn't.
You're brilliant.
Dr. Steve asked me a question.
You're brilliant.
He was baiting the field.
You're brilliant.
He was baiting the field.
He just does it differently than me.
Putting down some solid.
Anthony shared, not Dr. Steve shared.
This is a
fucking brilliant, Anthony.
This is a typical tactic I see on First 48 every time I watch it.
Fucking brilliant.
It's called good cop, bad cop. No, I would not want Dr. Steve to do anything that gets him in any kind of trouble.
What can you say that you want to say? That you're dying to say.
It just didn't go well.
Ballpark, are we talking within 5 years, within 10 years, within 15 years ago?
Well, 15 years ago.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, my God. This is
any contact whatsoever with this person since?
Very, very little.
Very little?
Yeah.
For a reason? For a reason, a legal reason that you need contact, or just a casual something happened?
Well, there were, she had kids, and I helped to raise them. So.
Oh, okay.
Oh, see, right.
Okay.
So they recognized he was
I wasn't even going to get in that.
They recognized he was a good guy, and actually every 4 years she had to explain what happened to Dr. Steve. Where's the good guy? Where's the guy that, I love that Easter basket that
he's
year.
holding up another fucking
He's got
note.
another, right.
Oh, my God. Talk about when you were a second story man for the fucking Brinks robbery guys.
Remember when your alcoholic father raped you in your sleep? Please, come on, give it up.
Talk about that, Dr. Steve.
Give it up.
Let me hold up a note. Serial killer rapist.
Candy corn in the anus.
Right. See, this is my problem, though. You come over to my house, you tell a story to 3 people.
I'm the same way.
It's
I would
not
be
as good
exactly
as
like
telling
this.
a story to 1 million people.
I would be exactly like
It's killing me what I heard last night.
Run a tape recorder and play it on the air. like any sneak would.
Like any Linda Tripp. Like any self-respecting Linda Tripp.
Your pal over here.
All right, we're gonna. I tried.
Dr. Steve's rolling his sleeves up. He's like, come on.
Dr. Steve's like, I'd rather stick fingers in guys' asses at this point. All right,
bring on Proctober.
Yes, Proctober.
Hey, Cameron, you want your prostate checked?
I've had just recently.
How'd you do? Good?
I'm good. Oh, absolutely. Right.
Nice. Right. I didn't mean to give you a thumbs up.
I felt it. I felt it.
You want a second opinion?
No, I'm good. I'm actually all good.
Yeah, third opinion? We got 2 guys here. No, you're all right? Okay.
Yeah, you keep going back for second, third, fourth opinions.
Never been better. Don't want to reenact that scene from Fletch.
So where are we at? River. Why don't we do the what the hell is that then?
Yeah, why don't we do that?
Let Dr. Steve off the hook for now.
Praise the Lord.
Well, yeah, that's...
For now. I bet you if we get the wine flowing in here, he'll start yapping.
I'm sorry, Opie.
Look at him, he's dying. Poor Dr. Steve.
He's dying.
I just like him holding up the pieces of paper.
I know. What are you going to do?
Hey, how about this? How about this? No, I really don't want to do that. How about this one? No, how about this then? No, I really don't want to do this at all. Okay, how about dog sled team? And
it ended badly. Everything.
Can I write another one down for just these guys?
Right. Sure.
Just for these guys. Okay.
I won't say anything.
So you got that one,
right?
You got the other one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We got that.
This one is going to make you.
I feel like this is like whose line is it anyway? And then
don't say what
okay,
this
I will
says.
not.
No, never.
Wow!
Okay.
That's a combo platter of jokes.
Now you
right
understand
there.
where I'm at.
I'm totally with you.
Was
that
crazy long-haired Dr. Steve?
Yes.
Days? Okay. All right. Just wondering.
Yeah,
Just wondering.
sure was.
Now you know where I'm at. So.
Certainly.
Curly perm, Dr.
Curly
Steve.
hair perm.
Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, come on! You let a fun life up until now, and you're still doing strong. It's great.
Can I write another one down?
Oh my gosh!
Sure, man. God, what?
This is the
Well, you
greatest
really
game
did
ever.
loosen
This
me
is the
up last
greatest
night.
game. We should have listeners call in and guess what words he's writing down on this piece of paper. So, duct tape, garbage dumpster, and small child.
I swear, when you wrote that first line, I thought the next thing was going to be high school.
The second one was the one that threw me.
All these stories after 2 bottles of wine, you can't hang in the compound.
No,
Steve.
absolutely not.
Oh, wow. Ooh. Oh, always. Right. Once you throw money into it.
Wow, that's amazing.
Can I one more?
Holy shit. Dr. Steve is now in what we call the protective stance. He's got his arms crossed in front of him.
Rarely do you get a chance to make the doctor nervous. Regular people often don't get a chance to make the doctor nervous. This is really good.
Oh, Dr. Steve.
I'm sure the audience loves.
Oh yeah,
Dr. Steve.
Oh, man.
Yes!
Oh, man.
Wow.
Oh, wow. That's cruel.
Is that true?
That's just cruel.
Yeah. Don't worry, listeners. Once he's dead, we'll tell you.
That's right. It'll be on his tombstone.
Oh, my God. This is all this isn't even like, oh, my goodness. This is life.
Yeah, it's regular stuff.
Fucking
It's
life
kind of-
really?
shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Hold on, he's going to add to it.
Okay.
I can fix that.
Maybe
I can fix that.
Maybe I'll say, oh, except that.
That's what he said.
Wow, you were a chatty Cathy last night, Dr. Steve, weren't you?
I
A little bit of wine.
It ended with an I love you to my wife.
I love you.
God damn.
What's that?
Oh, God. Even that, too. That's above and beyond the Call of Duty.
That is
right
true.
there.
My writing bed?
That's above and beyond the Call of Duty.
You got it?
Yeah.
Oh, you're just in
That
shock?
is- yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
First
All
time
right,
I'm
that's-
on, Jimmy quit smoking. This time, Steve quits drinking.
Yeah. That's great.
Oh boy!
Now, Dr. Steve,
did I learn a
this
valuable
whole
lesson
thing-
today?
I've never had the yellowtail sodium pentothal. It sounds delicious, though. I'm going to have to grab a bottle.
Let me say this, so it's not a wasted time.
Yeah.
Will this come out someday on our show?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. If it comes out anywhere, it'll come out on this show.
All right, fair enough.
Yes,
Much
absolutely.
like the boils and other pustules.
There's a vindictiveness there that I'm concerned about. That you know.
I hear you.
With Opie, right?
No.
I'm sorry. I thought. Shit. Why don't we bring in one of our fucking
Please.
Wait.
Please. Oh, and then Opie goes, wait, and Dr. Steve's just like,
No.
This is like when
It's all-
hold on.
Yeah.
This is exactly like when terrorists go, you go home today. You go home today. And they give you your clothes and drive you around the block.
And
then
bam.
you're back in the prison. What happened?
Exactly
We keep
like
going.
that.
We're going to fucking go to the bit. And Opie goes, wait, what? 1 second.
Can I talk about
Yeah, Columbo, go ahead.
Can I talk about the snakes?
Snakes.
Reptiles? There's reptiles in this story, too?
Snakes?
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, here he goes again.
The hell of a bottle
really
of wine. One more thing, Dr. Steve, before I go.
Really? Snake handling?
Oh,
That's now you're getting into my territory
Yeah,
here with
yeah,
the
yeah,
snake
yeah.
handling
With
and
that.
come on.
No, we're in an area where there's
plenty of that going on.
You went to medical school in North Carolina,
Yeah,
so there
that's
is
right.
some snake handling going on.
There sure
Snake
is.
handling in North Carolina?
Anywhere there are idiots, there's snake handling.
He's finally got a subject I can talk
Right,
about.
come on. You know, that's why I've had people be prejudiced about the other snake. Come on, it's rattlesnakes and cyanide. It's not copperheads and strychnine, goddammit. What kind of freak show are you involved in? It's rattlesnakes and cyanide. By God. Read the Bible, for God's sake.
You ever go to one of those churches?
I've been to one, but not when
I
they
would
were-
go just to
Yeah.
check it out. I wouldn't
That's
touch
wonderful.
the fucking snakes,
Yeah,
but I
you
would
been
love
one
to
of
see
those?
those
Under a
lunatics.
tent. They fucking have a
well,
big tent.
and some of them will be in a church.
Wow, a real
and
live
some,
church.
Yeah, some in a renovated home or something like that. And they're
so odd.
They're very private about it, and it's one of those things that they feel that's a gift of the spirit. Is to be able to handle snakes and survive it. So.
How many people get bitten and die?
I hope a lot. I hope every year this thins the herd. This thins the herd every year.
You know we're playing What the Hell Is That today? Well, Brian wants to tell the world what Dr. Steve has. Brian, go ahead.
I think Dr. Steve has a bad case of putting his foot in his mouth.
Lubricated by Merlot.
But when I hear such great stories, it kills me that I can't run on the air immediately. That's how I wanted to start the show today. I'm like, I can't do it to Dr. Steve. I got to wait for him to get here and see what he's willing to talk about.
Yeah. I'm exactly
and you're
the
not
same
willing
way.
to talk about it, and in the end, that is completely fine with me because you're my friend. If you weren't my friend, you'd be so fucked right now.
I know.
I can't even tell you.
That would be like telling
thank you.
some. You know what it is, though. I'll put
It's
it in
tough,
perspective.
though, man.
Let me put it in perspective for Opie here for a minute. A couple of AAF stories.
Yeah, there's some good
You might want to keep a couple under the hat.
I'll trade some AF stories to get that shit out.
He's
No problem.
Trading stories.
Abercrombie and Fitch?
I'll trade some AF stories. That's how good this shit is.
I'm the same way as you. I would
is
totally.
good,
I'd be the worst diplomat ever.
It
So
kills me.
people tell me things, and then in the next most inappropriate situation, that's like
Can't
that
do
time
it.
that you put on the leather hood and decided that racism was a good idea.
Hey, I never talked to you.
That's true. I didn't recognize you. You did have the hood on. I didn't know it was you.
All right.
Well, the truth of it is that when I told you that, I didn't even think about putting you in the position where I'd given you good material for the show. So,
Please, anything.
Anything.
Of course, right. You didn't recognize you're talking to the writer.
Right.
I was like, holy
Don't put
shit.
me in your book.
How long have you been listening to this
I
program?
know.
Opie
It was
is
just-
like,
I love
you
you.
tell
I
him a
know.
story,
I
he is
love you.
going to want it on the air.
Oh, my God, of course.
Yeah.
It's all good. All right, let's do What the Hell Is That?
Yes, what the hell is that? Oh, no, of course.
Wait, did he just make the universal sign of whoof?
It was the
And I just skated?
The
I got more
No,
right
no,
now.
no.
He's gonna
It wasn't skating. It was
You
just
all right?
wiping off the flop sweat.
skating.
Put my pen down?
Absolutely. You're all right.
Yeah, drop the
Yeah.
pen. Drop it.
Fair enough, sir. Fair enough.
All right, let's bring in one of our diseased messes that are going to be diagnosed. And of course, these are doctors, but this is not an official diagnosis. Do you have a disclaimer or something that you'd like to say?
Even though I am a doctor, I am not your doctor.
Ah, very good.
yeah,
Very good. Yeah, we could have this guy. We'll shift over. Hey, Yankees! You watching the game tonight? Who gives a shit?
Hey,
Shut
are we
up.
filming this shit? Yeah. Someone's got to film today. I don't feel like picking up my camera today. Hey, sir, what's up, man?
Hello, sirs.
Hi, a little closer to that microphone there. You dig right in. Oh, don't apologize. It's
What's
okay. You're a Yankee fan.
What's your story there? What's your name? And
My name's Paul, a.k.a. Puddle of AIDS.
Oh, you're Puddle
fucking
of AIDS.
Puddle of AIDS.
I'm the Puddle of AIDS.
It's famous guy. He's a famous guy.
I'm
You
meaning
thought
a
only
star.
schleps were coming today.
Huh?
You thought only schleps were coming today.
Yeah.
Look at this.
And you run what? Tell the people.
TedWilliamsHead.com.
Which is a great fucking sports blog
I
site.
appreciate all the plugs.
That's an
It's helped.
amazing, fun name that I love. I love Ted Williams'
Who
head.
doesn't love detached heads in sports?
I know, and Frozen.
They go together like
It's
peanut butter and jelly.
fantastic. Yes.
So,
Puddle of AIDS.
obviously a fan of the show, but also of a big-time sports fan.
I do. Love
Now,
the Yankees
honestly,
and-
his blog is really good.
Yeah.
It really is good. I go there a lot. Recently, you had the Brett Favre getting a football to the nuts shot.
Yeah.
Anything happening in sports, he's talking about and putting up on that site.
Quickly then, your take on tonight's game and the rest of the series there.
I think the Yankees are going to win, but I'm a little I don't want to get too detailed, but I think Girardi made a mistake with the rotation.
Were you going to stick with the 3-man?
I would have went Burnett against Cliff Lee.
Oh, you just would have switched it around a little bit against Lee.
He
Yeah.
the bed anyway.
Right,
so
because
it doesn't matter against Cliff
just
Lee.
give the game up.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So just put CC, and then...
People are very nervous about him.
Well, Cliff Lee is an animal.
Yeah, I
We
know.
all know that.
Yeah. Hey, you all have the bad days. Hopefully, he has
Just
his
be
bad
bold.
day.
You can't be arrogant, obnoxious, everybody hates a Yankee fan, and all of a sudden puss out and win the playoffs. Just drop the hammer and commit.
Exactly.
Stick with it. We're going to sweep them. We swept Minnesota. We're crushing your hopes and dreams.
Exactly.
We spent $188 million. If it's great, it's a success. It's what we paid for. If not, it's glitter on a turd. So either way, what are you going to do? Yeah, don't wuss out. You can't fucking...
Are you a baseball fan?
I'm a sad Braves fan who apparently thought it was the hacky sack playoffs and decided to kick the ball around the fucking 3 games they played for the San Francisco Giants. But yes, I am a Braves. I'm a baseball fan and a Braves fan. So.
Nice. All right, look at that. Okay, now you are here not to talk sports, my friends. No. And of course, Puddle of AIDS. I hope that doesn't worry the doctors.
I noticed they moved away from Puddle of AIDS.
It is just.
I too would move away from Puddle of AIDS.
It is just an internet name.
No medical gloves?
No. What is he? Oh, they do have medical gloves. Puddle of AIDS.
He's asking the doctors to put on medical gloves.
Putting them on.
This is the first for our show.
Because he looked and read what you wrote through the window. It's not for his safety. It's not for the doctor's safety.
That's the first patient warning I've ever received. Glove up, Doc.
Dr. Steve,
You don't have to tell me twice.
Dr. Mike's a little nervous, too.
Oh, shit.
All right.
Well, let's not draw this out any longer than it need be. What seems to be your problem, Puddle of AIDS?
I have a hole.
In a bucket? Dear Liza, shut it.
Really?
Just shoot me.
Wait, you got a hole?
I have a hole.
Hold on, something Dr. Steve told me last night.
About a hole.
All right,
I have
a hole. This is very, very...
inches above my asshole.
Oh.
Holy shit.
But wait, there's more. It oozes blood.
Oh, wow.
Holy shit!
Oh, God.
Wait, why did we start with him? He sounds like...
He's the headliner.
Say this for the closer. Yeah, this is the closer for
this
sure.
might be the headline.
You
You never start with the headliner.
Wow.
What does come out and do Stairway to Heaven? You got to wait 3 hours for it.
What does the next guy have? Holy shit!
Are you kidding?
We'll tell you what it is sight unseen.
Yeah, I'm sure they know.
You guys ain't going to be
And
happy.
I cleaned up nice last night, but I was a little late, so I sprinted down an Avenue Americas. So there's a lot of flop sweat and just...
Wait, how long have you had this?
Probably 2 years, 3 years.
2 years. Now, is there an odor that comes from it?
No, it's not like Voss's.
It
just
oozes blood. Any pus?
No pus.
You know what?
No.
You ever pull any hairs from it?
Yeah.
No hairs.
It's an open wound?
It's just like a hole, like a... I don't know.
Fuck that. I just broke out my camera. Fuck that. I'm going to miss your fucking website, by the way. I love it.
Has Steve ever followed you around with a wine bottle, catching the drippings?
I went to the old Steve to come by. What, there's tushies and bloody assholes? I'm here. Okay.
Blood oozing hole. Blood oozing hole.
We were all just staring at him, waiting for him to finish that long-winded bomb.
And what do we got now, right here?
Apparently, he has just told us that there is a hole inches above his asshole that oozes blood.
Okay.
Sounds fantastic. This is Puddle of AIDS.
Yeah, we're doing TV and radio at the same time here. Okay.
Hi, Mom.
So, now, doctors, without even seeing this, do you have an idea what this is?
Yeah.
And you've seen it before?
You've actually had it for your life. It just became clinically apparent to you 2 years ago.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
All right, let's, is it time to look at it?
Oh, God.
Yeah, drop him.
Oh, no, I don't know if I even...
Steve's right over there.
Really?
Go ahead.
Steve's right over there. Well, maybe by the door and
You have some
kind
paper
of...
towels. It can get messy.
Oh, shit. What is it, a super soaker?
There's a good chance it
paper
stinks.
Probably
I haven't
does.
smelt it.
It's near his ass.
Yeah, it's a good chance.
All right, you guys ready?
Where would you like me to stand?
I'm at ground zero, Ant.
Well, go by the door so everyone gets a view.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, not that way. Yeah, spin around.
Needs lighting for his camera.
All right. Oh, God.
Very hairy situation. I apologize.
He's got a hairy ass, Ant.
Yeah.
He was a hobbit in a former life.
There's some napkins for you. Here, give them to him, just in case.
It's right here.
All right, they're spreading his ass cheeks open. They're taking a look. Get a mic on the doctors so we could...
That's it?
But want me to...
Not draining right now, but
It's not draining? What is it, like a fucking geyser?
He's going to make it bleed.
It's going to make it bleed? By how?
Oh, faithful.
You're like a skunk.
I put a Pressure?
A little pressure, and it'll start
Yeah,
bleeding?
get gauze or a napkin. We'll drain it out.
Nothing. Oh, Jesus. You can't do a money shot?
All right. As far as bleeding extra assholes go, it's a bust.
Oh, but he has it. It's
Does
there.
have it.
You see.
He has it.
All right, doctor. I don't know which doctor wants to start, but what is this?
It's called a pilonidal cyst.
Do you concur, Dr. Steve? Do you concur?
I do.
All right. I like when doctors concur.
Stephen S. Stephen S. from Bayshore has just changed your name to Puddle of Anal Cancer.
It's a Native American name. It's going back to the original Cherokee.
Oh, God. So what causes this? What can be done about it? Give us a little background.
It's a small ingrown hair at the cleft of your ass cheeks. It's actually congenital, and it ends up
congenital
you're born
mean?
with it. You're born with it.
You're
So,
born with
from
it.
from the
good.
beginning.
To the
And
layman, I wanted that.
Absolutely.
Of course, I know. I watched Discovery.
You get this overgrowth of tissue around it and forms a cyst. And because it's closed off, it keeps on filling up with pus, and then it'll form a sinus tract to the top of your ass, and that's what's draining out all the time.
Wow.
So to get rid of it, you actually have to get the whole thing excised.
So what about you got? I would gather the like root, the follicle has to come out.
Exactly.
That's why excise, cut out.
Cut out.
Excise,
Can
cut
he
out.
do that at home with a melon ball? No?
Not advised.
I like home, you know.
Only if you're going to serve it later.
Oh, later.
Only if you're going to serve it later.
Oh, God, I'm gonna
Hey, you
puke.
went there first.
I know.
I don't know if he wants to call in today, but my brother Brett does his own surgery. He's one of those guys.
Really?
He does home surgery.
What does he do?
What is the biggest procedure he's done?
I'd have to ask him now. He's
What's his anesthetic?
I think he.
Same thing Dr. Steve was drinking last night, apparently.
He's had a lot, but I think the biggest one, he had a nail gun accident, and he removed it himself.
That's kind of dangerous as far as nerves go.
Oh yeah, he just fucking took it out
infection.
himself.
Wow.
Yeah, but he's had a few over the years. Maybe
Wow.
he'll call in
A
today.
few nail gun accidents or other accidents?
He knows he's good with his hands, but gets into some problems every
What
once in a while.
about if you notice? What if you notice a small, like a skin tag type thing, and you just take nail clipper to it?
That's okay.
Fine.
Yeah, fine.
That's
hurts,
all we.
though,
That's
right?
all we do with them.
Yeah, that's all doctors do with
really?
them anyway. So
Yeah,
you
I
might
mean-
just make sure everything's clean, right?
Right.
Sure.
Bleeds like a
I don't want
motherfucker.
Yes, it will.
an
Absolutely.
infection, or I can't do it like Jimmy does it. Secretion.
No, there's
yeah.
Some people get them on their necks, and I've taken 100 skin tags off of somebody in one sitting.
Holy shit!
And we just use a real sharp pair of scissors, and you put a little tension on it and just snip it off.
So you
and
take a little thing and
it'll
snip it off.
It'll
Is that,
heal without a scar.
That's a secret ingredient for the wine. Skin tags.
Skin tags. You
Fry
gotta
them
let
up
them
and make
ferment.
crackling bread.
That's absolutely. Now you're talking. Absolutely. Now we're in Louisiana all of a sudden. We're 2 states away from my favorite place.
I think I blew my friendship with Dr. Steve. He hasn't looked at me since.
Yeah, I think you
Since
did.
the note writing.
No, I just feel bad.
I'd be the same way, though.
Why do you
I'm
feel
totally.
bad?
I feel like
Let the show
What are
out.
you talking
Please,
about? Come
Dr.
on.
Steve.
Now he
No,
feels
not
bad.
at all.
How
Come
great
on.
is it that now he feels bad that he let the show down? It's not
'Cause
you're
he
a
won't
fucking
tell.
asshole and I'll never talk to
Right.
you again.
Not that you're a dick and revealed his
exactly.
innermost secrets.
He's bummed that he let the show
feels
down.
bad, right? He feels bad.
Honestly, we made something into it. It's fine.
Okay.
No worries.
All right.
So what do we do with Puddle of AIDS?
I guess he's got to go. To doctor?
Can we do it here?
Is it a doctor's office procedure?
No, it would
Local?
actually be a small local
How big is it?
anesthetic
Just a
surgery.
local?
Yeah, it depends on how big they are because you don't know until you open it up. So once you get in there, you'll see how deep you have
What
to
is it, like
go.
a brundlefly hair in there? You got
That's exactly what it is. That's what pilonidal means. Hidden hair.
Brundlefly's good.
Oh.
Can you take a potato peeler to it?
Yeah, that would work too. In the crease of your ass,
and just
potato
kinda,
peeler.
you know what I mean?
and just
Layer by
slice,
layer, yeah.
by layer.
You know, when you're peeling
No.
potatoes and you got to get some of those eyes
The
out.
doctor doesn't recommend that.
No. All right.
How about a Dremel? Just take a Dremel tool
Dremel.
and just go right in
That's
there
a good
and
one, a Dremel.
just start rotor-rooting with
And
a
by
Dremel.
the way, just another thing you could do with a Dremel.
Absolutely,
They're
it's
amazing.
1,001 uses.
1,002 now.
I actually do use Dremel tools.
Excising an anal cyst.
Excise.
Why don't we do this? It's a great start to What the Hell Is That? We'll
Yes.
take a break, and we'll continue with Dr. Steve and Dr. Mike. Puddle
Yes.
Age, you can have a seat, enjoy the rest of the show.
Well, don't have a seat in here. We sit in this place. On any fucking spots.
And a plug for A plug for Vic Henley. Where are you going to be?
I'm
sir?
at Bridge Street Live tonight in Connecticut. Our boy Norton is at Foxwoods, and we're taking over. It's every White Trash Hillbilly Festival in
So
Connecticut.
you're basically saying if you're on your way to Foxwoods,
right, and don't want to gamble,
and you run out of gas,
and don't want to gamble, come see me.
Go see Vic
come
Henley.
see me. There'll be the same amount of bitterness and awful hate.
I want to see your act now. I want to see Vic Henley badly. I've never seen your stand-up.
Yeah, you're not missing anything.
I've seen it on TV.
You're
but
not
I want to see
missing
it
anything at all.
So that's a great plug for your gig.
I downloaded a bunch. It's very fun.
I really appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I think he's going to become a new
really
friend of the show, this Vic Henley.
I have no problem with
All right,
that.
more with What the Hell Is That in a few minutes here.
Sirius XM, the virus. This is the Opie and Anthony Show. Opie and Anthony Show.
Yeah, we're doing What the Hell Is That? We got Dr. Steve in studio. We also have Dr. Mike in studio. We got Vic Henley, a very funny comic. You got to thank Jim Norton for that, Vic Henley.
No, I do. I always do. Every day under my prayers.
Yeah.
Fuck Jim Norton.
Well, as soon as I saw you, I go, of course, I know this guy. But Jimmy's like, you got to have Vic Henley on. I'm like, who's Vic Henley? He goes, trust me on this. We're like, okay.
You've
And
given me a
it's working out
ride.
nice.
You've given me a ride downtown, and that's not a euphemism. I've actually a couple of times doing spots, and I'm like, hey, and Norton was like, hey, we're going down here, and I'm like, who's driving us? He's like, it's Opie. Wow, Opie's your limo driver. You're doing well, Norton. You're doing really well.
I needed something to do when I was off the air. Hey, this guy, I am PB32 on Twitter. He writes, to be friends with Opie, you have to live like an abuse victim. Pretty good line coming across the Twitter today. All right, who are we up to?
I guess we have our next case coming in. They're all sitting out in the waiting room, getting all fidgety. What do your doctors do? Like, well, actually, do either of you, or have you had a private practice?
Yeah.
Now that whole, are you ever conscious of how frustrating that wait is?
Yes, absolutely.
You are, and then the wait after the wait. Seinfeld has talked about that, where you go and then you got to go into the office, and then now you're waiting on the butcher paper. Yeah, you're conscious of that?
Yeah, and it's the wait without any explanation. That's the thing. If somebody just would come out and say, hey, he's running a little bit behind, we're going to try to get you in, and then people pretty much can tolerate that. It's just the arrogance in some doctor's offices where it's just, well, your appointment's at 1.
Can I help you guys out?
Yeah.
You guys always have some help, right?
Yeah.
Some secretary or something. You just tell us, have the secretary go, look, I'm sorry the wait's so long, but one of his patients just died in there.
Something.
And then,
right.
I'm sure that's
but then you would
exactly
understand if you're sitting in the waiting room why the wait's so long.
And
They
they
got to clean up, one of the examination.
We just had to excise a bloody asshole second opening.
Then we'd understand.
Then we found the AIDS. and actually thin out the waiting room.
Right.
A little bit. Speaking of AIDS, sir, we have a new...
Hi.
Hi, how are you? What's your name, sir?
I am Dave.
You're Dave, and do you have an internet name we might know?
Yes, Hate Speech Radio.
Oh, you're Hate Speech Radio.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. Dave married Heather Heights.
Of course, I was just doing it for the audience.
Okay. All right.
Just get a gratuitous plug-in.
Actually, I know nobody, so it's like, who is he? I meet people, and I just don't know them.
Where's this Hate Speech Radio for the people that want
you can listen to us every Sunday night at 6 p.m. on BrickHouseRadio.com, the new home of Reverend Bob Levy in Levyland.
Very good.
You can hear every day at noon.
Very nice.
Wow.
Trying to leave you back on the
That's what he's
air.
doing since exile from...
I know. Yeah, am I even allowed to mention his name?
Probably not.
I don't know what's going on with it.
Hate Speech Radio based in Pulaski, Tennessee. Based in Pulaski, Tennessee.
They just cut it short and call it radio down there.
Exactly. Plain old radio. Just plain old radio. Same show every day.
Why put the redundant
we call
title
it
in?
Tuesday. We just call it Tuesday.
I also want to remind people that Dave takes dildos in his ass from his
sure do.
lovely bride, Heather Heights.
There we go. And
how do you not?
Strap-ons,
Is
right?
that part of the problem?
Not today, no.
Oh, good.
That's what the hate's based
that's
in.
the encore.
The hate is based in that.
We're saving that for after 10 a.m.
Yes. Oh, very good. Sir, what's your problem?
Well, since birth...
So let me say congenital. I'm going to say, Dr. Anthony, so this is a congenital problem.
Yes. Okay. I've suffered from a condition called epidermolysis bullosa.
Oh, he's giving the name away.
I'm not supposed to give
to make the doctor seem smart.
Oh, did I?
It's all about the doctors looking smart today.
So now you know what it is, but now our audience is a little perplexed here.
I'm still out.
Well, for that, I'll default to the two medical physicians to describe it.
No, just describe what you have.
Yeah, you describe in layman's terms what you have.
Right.
And then we'll go to the doctors to see what it is and how it's caused and all that fun stuff.
My skin blisters and rips very easily.
Like, and you take a dildo in your ass?
Yeah.
Fuck. Wow,
That's
you
right.
are a glutton
Does that
for punishment.
cause some problems back there?
It's called play him with fire.
Surprisingly, no. She's gentle because she knows I'm delicate.
Yeah. Now, what causes this? Is there a certain thing you have to do to cause blistering? Sunlight, heat, rubbing, what?
Yeah, basically just bumping anything, smashing. If I bump into something, it'll
So where
cause a
people
blister.
would normally get a bruise from bumping it, you get these blisters and the skin kind of tears off?
Yeah.
You're like a monster.
Dr. Mike is very excited.
Yeah,
he hasn't seen one of these in a while. You can tell.
Himself.
He's doing like a Snoopy dance. He's over here just
what a fucking cool.
Yes.
I can show you like one of the coolest things in medicine.
Oh, wow.
There's something this disease has called Nokulsky sign. That if he's willing to do it, we'll do it right now.
Nokulsky played for the Angels back in
1979.
No, middle linebacker for the Bears.
Oh, fuck, you're right. I'm sorry,
middle linebacker for the Bears.
Yeah. We just whatever.
I'm not familiar with
like
this.
a name.
So
what does this do, doctor?
It's essentially what he's describing, where he's banging into things and he starts to blister. If you take your forearm and just rub it like that, you're going to get this big vesicular blister that can rupture.
Whoa! Get out of here!
Well, I'll tell you something. I already beat you to the punch.
Oh shit! He rubbed his He's looking at his
he's done
leg.
it on his leg.
Wait. You're dramatically fucking...
He's unveiling his...
We don't do anything without cameras rolling, sir.
All right, take two. Ready?
Okay.
Sam's on the scene. Go ahead.
He's rolling up his pant
But I still
leg.
want to do what
Right
Dr. Mike is suggesting.
Well, let's see this
the Indian
first.
burn. The Indian burn to the max.
That's your kneecap.
Ooh, God.
What did you do to your kneecap there?
Well, it's funny. 33 years of having these things happen on accident all the time. That was a bitch to make happen on purpose just for the show.
Wow, and that's what happens when you just rub. What did you have to do to attain that? Because it looks like that would be a normal person really fucking slamming down on their knee. Like if you're at the roller rink in shorts. And, which is hot, by the way.
Or if he was on his knees taking a dildo in the ass.
Exactly.
On a wood floor covered with sand.
Exactly.
Let's get his leg up on the counter here.
Sandman Sims.
So Vic Henley and the rest could...
That's nasty.
What'd you do?
Awful.
Now, is that full of blood, doctor? What does that fill up with?
It should
Lymphatic fluid?
It's just clear fluid.
Regular.
What happens in this disease is the epidermis and the dermis are two layers of skin, and they're usually held together by sort of a Velcro situation with these little hooks. And there's three different kinds of epidermolysis bullosa, and one of them you lose the hooks, so you don't have that that attachment of the top layer.
For the truckers out there, it's like you blew a retread.
There you go.
I just want to kind of keep it real for the truckers.
That's perfect. That's absolutely perfect.
And so you can have a version where you have a defect in keratin. There's another one where you have a defect in the ability to make collagen. So
wow, is there any?
And his is obviously really mild case.
Mild.
People do die from this.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
There's some people.
Oh, Jesus.
Knocked my headphones off.
What happened?
I don't know.
But Dr. Mike very excited about this, right? Dr. Mike, you don't see this often?
No.
Is this a rare disease?
It's pretty rare.
And it's not contagious, right?
No. It's autoimmune.
Autoimmune?
Yeah, his body's attacking itself.
Oh, my goodness. And it ate away more laughter. It ate away all of the little hooks?
I would disagree slightly with that.
Dr. Mike! Thanks, Dr. Mike! Fuck Dr. Mike!
That shit!
Dr. Steve does not concur with your bullshit!
It's the wine talking, Steve. It's the wine talking.
I love it. Come on.
Epidermolysis bullosa is a genetic disorder where the autoimmune disorder that causes a similar thing is called pemphigus.
Pimphagus.
Pimphagus.
Face, Dr. Mike.
The Roman goddess of whoredom, Pimpidus.
Pimpidus. I am Pimpidus.
I think I would concur with Dr. Steve only because this has run through my mother's side of the family for 4 generations now.
4 generations, and they continue to be selfish and have kids.
That's right.
What the fuck is wrong with people?
That's why I'm not having
disease
any. I am
like
not
that,
having anything for that reason.
Good for you.
Yeah,
Good
it's
for you.
It's a thing called autosomal dominant. What that means is you don't have to have 2 genes. You don't have to have a gene from mother and father to get it. You could just one gene will do it.
Great. It couldn't have been Lotto, huh?
No.
Had to be this one. What about fucking, my friend? Because the skin on your penis.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, never an issue.
Wow.
There you go.
What,
Never
fucking? Or the
never used
problem
it.
with
Right.
Yeah.
Never used
Never
it.
did it.
Never used it.
Yeah? No problem?
So you're faking, obviously.
Doctor, why would that not be a problem if the skin on the penis different? Is
He's
it
a lucky man.
because you've known cases where that does happen?
No, yeah, actually...
Oh, now he's conferring with... we got a little conferring going on.
I've... Did we? In a serious case, that'd have to be an issue.
I would
lots
think.
of lube would take care of it for the most part because it does take some shearing stress to cause the blister.
So you've never seen a blistering cock?
No.
Oh.
But I've seen it so severe.
Have you ever seen a blistering cock? I
have. Just breaking into a musical number.
Now, Anthony, let's go back to Dr. Mike. Dr. Mike, you want to give him an Indian...
if he's up for it. I mean,
God. Not an Indian burn.
It's totally up to you. You can end up getting infections from it.
Can we do it on the other knee? Is that something we can do?
Boring. It needs to be smaller, thinner skin.
All right, fine.
Hold on.
Just a small
spot. What are we doing now?
Tell you what, I'll do it for plugs.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
That way you're not coerced.
What, hair? Sorry. That's a hair plug.
Wow, I'm moving back here.
You don't want he's going to...
Just
it's
in
not
case.
dynamite.
Well, I might spew.
That's true. You never want spew on it.
Depending on the severity of his illness, may or may not happen.
Yeah.
The thing that I'm more worried about, like if this thing ruptures, you can get a superficial infection from it. You really need to be consenting to this. Like this.
I consent, sir.
All right, what are we doing, Dr. Mike?
Oh, he's going to put the gloves on.
He's putting gloves on. That's
He's
never
picking
good.
up a rusted nail and driving it through his forearm.
Yeah, I got a little one on my elbow.
Oh, what? You did that?
Aww.
Yeah.
God, you're a fucking little delicate daisy, aren't you?
I'm like a flower.
You are.
Dr. Mike is putting on gloves. What are we doing?
We'll see if we can demonstrate a Nolkulski sign.
And I guess that is...
Dude, he doesn't have fingernails!
Why? What happened to him?
He doesn't have fingernails!
Really? Oh, God.
Show me your hand!
The skin doesn't support them. They fell out.
The skin doesn't support
Is that part of the
fingernails.
disease, docs? Is this known to be?
I have no toenails either.
I would assume. Wow, his fingernails... The skin can't support the fingernail.
Some people have such a severe version of this that their fingers will fuse together and they'll just have, what's
Going their whole life without being able to give the Vulcan salute.
Exactly.
My God, just cash it in.
or a permanent Vulcan salute.
Yeah.
No toenails either if you want.
No, we'll trust you on that one.
I believe him.
Yeah,
I've said it before. I'll say it again. You never want to have something that makes your doctor go cool.
Yeah. Wow, that is so true.
All right, Dr. Mike, what do we
Let's
got?
see.
You ready for this?
And I guess that's the that keeps you
We'll
from
see if we
working
can get it.
out.
Hold
huh?
on here.
And what's the demonstration here?
Oh, man.
Oh shit, he's rubbing him pretty
Yeah,
hard
here
on
we
his
go.
forearm.
No, it is, right.
All right.
I've never really blistered where there's like a lot of muscle and fatty tissue. It's always been close to joints. So you're probably better off doing it like on an elbow.
Well, let's
Give me the
see.
other arm. Let's see.
Oh god,
It's already. It's already off.
your elbow's already fucking gone. God
That
damn.
one's already got it.
Yeah, he's already peeled off
Holy
both his
shit.
arms. I want to do it anywhere else. Yeah.
Yeah, that's well.
You can lance the big one on my knee if you want to.
No, that's good.
Oh,
That's good.
All right, what's the plug, sir?
Let's just again, Hate Speech Radio, Sundays at 6 on Brickhouse Radio, the home of Levy Land and Bob Levy, and Heather Height live at CJ Wellington's in Franklin Square Friday, October 22nd, 9 p.m. Plug my wife's dates.
There you go.
Good for you.
That's another way of saying something else.
You just earned another dildo in the ass.
I
That's
sure did.
awesome.
I'm a lucky boy.
He's going to have 2 skin knees.
Someone wants us to play the Violent Femmes Blister in the Sun for you.
Great song.
Great song, right?
Great song.
Vic Henley likes the Violent Femmes.
I got Girl Trouble up the ass. That's my favorite Violent Femmes. That's an obscure one.
He
but
could
it's a
play
good
that one for him too.
That's right, exactly. I'm trying to chip in.
Dude, did you see his no fingernails?
Yeah.
That's freaky.
Yeah, that's creepy weird.
How come you could get shit like that, but not superhero stuff? You know, like, yeah, my skin fucking blizzes, my fingernails fall out, but it's like, it can't be, I'm impervious to bullets. Check this out. You always get the shit stuff, but never the good stuff. Poor bastard.
Yeah, it's no good.
Yeah.
No, that's not good.
All right, well, and there's no cure, doctor? No treatment?
Well,
They're just shaking their heads. No,
no, he's done.
We were talking about this earlier. Go
we
ahead.
were talking about this in the office.
Oh.
I was doing a little reading on this so I could, pretend to be intelligent about it. And they're in clinical human trials for a curative procedure.
Oh, great. You're done.
Yeah.
That means maybe someday.
Yeah. They're talking about, for some reason, which Steve doesn't understand why this would work, but bone marrow transplants seem to have a curative effect.
Yeah, Dr. Steve said that about a fucking sinus infection, too. He blurts it out. It's like Tourette's for him.
Just bone marrow. Just yells out bone marrow.
Transplant.
Right.
Bone marrow transplant.
And, for David, his disease is so mild, and the bone marrow transplant is such a big deal.
Yeah, that sounds like
you have
pretty
to
big
kill
procedure.
every cell in your bone marrow, and then
start
you're
over
completely without immunity.
Now, Dr.
for a while.
Steve, isn't that where the red blood cells are produced?
Yes.
In the
And
bone marrow.
white
So
blood
how
cells, too.
and the white blood cells. So how would you live if you have to destroy
it's temporary. Then you add, more bone marrow cells, and they take up residence. And if you're not a match, then you've got to take medications to prevent.
Oh my God.
Graft versus host disease, all this kind of stuff. So for him, I don't think I'd recommend it because it is somewhat. There's risk to the bone marrow transplant, and his disease is so
I
mild.
wouldn't do it if you could do a pirouette inside your skin. Fuck that
For
bone
the people
marrow.
that have life-threatening disease, that would certainly.
I just like how y'all take an oath to help people, and both of you were gleefully celebrating harming this man. I haven't seen since the executioner sharpening his axe. Have I seen a bigger smile on somebody's face?
One last question before we move on. Is it going to get worse for him? Or is it's going to just stay where it's at? Well, that's good news. All right, good.
You get pulsed steroids and stuff on it.
Let's move on to the next guy.
I've never really, other than just moisturizers, I've never really treated it.
Aw, cute.
Just don't bang into anything anymore, right?
Yeah, don't let the door hit your ass on the way out. Literally, just don't.
Who's next? Oh my God, we know this guy.
Here it is.
Big A.
Big A.
I thought
We're
we
seeing
knew
Big A in a different light, though, now, because...
I thought we knew everything that was wrong with him, Dr. Steve.
Well, I'll tell you, last time he was on...
he looks good since the last time you saw him, huh?
He does look better.
Jesus, fucking Big A, hang in there, will you?
Jeez, man.
Well, we worry about him. He's supposed to lose weight. No.
The last Weird Medicine we had him on, we had a speech pathologist on our show that diagnosed him.
A little more laughter.
And she recommended a guy
shotgun?
here in town. She recommended a guy here in town that said he was the top speech pathologist in the country.
Mm-hmm. Until he hung himself.
And,
that would be.
And we failed. We used some of the Big A and Pat from Moonachie fund that Opie graciously
we don't talk
to.
about my charitable contributions.
Kindness.
I don't want anyone to think I'm actually kind.
But I cut him a deal. They said, I said the guy doesn't have insurance that'll pay for this. What can you do? And they said, well, we can do a fiber optic stroboscopy, and we'll only charge you $250. And this guy is
bargain at any price.
The greatest speech pathologist in the country. So we sent him, and he had the thing done. And I got a report back from the greatest speech pathologist in the country, and it said, diagnosis: stuttering.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Recommendation: speech therapy. Like,
no shit.
So glad I donated.
Oh, yeah.
I want my money back.
God damn, man.
All right.
So that was a big
what do you got
waste of
today,
time.
Big A?
Actually, we had.
This is how desperate we are. We just brought Big A in.
Well, you know what it is. He had a impacted colon for a while, right?
Yeah.
Didn't he?
Yeah.
Have that whole thing with the cement in your ass, and you gotta what do they call that when they wash it out? Didn't they stick a tube of water up your ass?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. How'd that work out? Are you shitting better?
It's called a Good Friday night.
Right.
Wow. Now I think here's why he's in here. Before, we noticed when he was really struggling with those ST words, He starts profusely sweating. The veins pop out of his head, and he has to step back and catch his breath. Is it?
And we're all waiting.
Is this because he is out of shape?
Oh. Well, I mean, that goes without saying.
Yeah, of course it does.
It's got one artery.
You had to bring me in from Philly to figure that one out?
Yeah, really. Breaking news, Puddle of Aid's ass is officially bleeding.
Oh, wow.
Oh, nice. Finally. Finally.
Just in. It is bleeding, right?
Good.
It was a little shy at first.
God, I'm going to have to wait another hour with my camera so it goes off again. Here it is.
You got some.
All right.
I could do without this, really.
Yeah, I know. They're quietly conferring with each other.
Yep. We got. Wait, Travis, we haven't heard from you today. What did you just say, man? Here, you got.
Travis, let me see the picture.
Hold on.
Oh God, let me see.
Oh,
fucking A! What's happening?
Puddle of Aid squirting blood throughout your studio.
Oh,
Fantastic.
Explain to the audience, Travis.
Well, it's exactly what he said it is. It's a bloody hole right above his ass, and
Oh
he's
my God.
rubbing the blood all around.
That's good.
Oh, that is fucking disgusting.
You really need to change your name.
Holy shit.
You really need to change your name.
Ass blood.
Vampire Fountain. VampireFountain.com.
Oh my God.
All
That
right.
is disgusting.
Oh, God. Jesus. Oh, now. Okay.
God damn it!
I'm getting an odor, too. I think there's an odor.
Oh, is there?
I think there's an odor,
God,
too.
is there an odor?
I'm not really sure, but I think
gotta
there's
get a
an odor.
picture
There,
of that,
thank you. Okay, right. I'm not wrong.
Dr. Steve's licking his lips. He's like, I can make
Oh,
another.
this bloody-
I can make another vat of wine.
Right.
Oh,
All right.
fucking stigmata ass.
Suddenly, this jelly-filled Duncan is not really settling in.
Yeah, notice how no one's eating the jelly donuts anymore.
The wrong donut, Vic Henley. Dr. Steve, were you looking at Big A? Is he coming back on the program? Was there something we were going to check out?
Yeah,
or?
he's got a
He's got
thing on
something.
his
I saw you
armpit.
guys kind of talking non-verbal.
What, like Fez? Assist?
What do you got, Big A?
Abscess?
Tell us about it.
Oh, boy. Did you have to say that? We only have half hour left in the show.
Oh, Jesus.
Just skin tags. I mean,
You got something that grew under your arm.
I hope it doesn't sting.
I figured we could have E-Rock smell under there, too.
Oh, yeah, very good. Oh, E-Rock. Oh, E-Rock. Now, you have something under your arm. Does it feel surface, or is it deep in there? What is it? It's an easy question. Is it on the surface of your skin, or is it like deep in your armpit?
it's in. Actually, it comes out.
Okay, so it comes out. Is it soft and mushy, or is it hard?
It's soft.
Why don't we take a shot?
That doesn't sound very serious, doctor, right? Is it some kind of infection?
Wait. You're going to have to unbutton your shirt. We're going to have to go with the...
Oh.
And you could take your one arm out. You don't have to be totally...
Yeah. Da 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 da. Yada, da. There he goes.
Just so the
God.
good doctors can get a good...
Holy shit.
There he goes.
It's like watching Fat Houdini.
Fat, slow Houdini.
Yes.
What do we got?
Okay, these are classic skin tags or acrocordons.
What? Acrocordons?
Yep, that's
What's
the
that
other
mean?
name for it.
I heard that once in Star Wars.
What's that
Right.
mean?
What is
Activate the
that?
acrocordon.
Yes. What does that mean? What's that difference from skin? Is that just a clinical name for skin tags?
Yes.
What
Yep.
causes those, doctor?
You know, it's probably genetic again, something that...
Why does the skin
His
decide to
pencil
just
moved.
do that?
I don't know, and it happens as you get older, too.
Oh, fucking A!
Oh. You got any
Wow. They're like
wisdom on that,
bungee
Dr.
cords.
Can we chop one off today?
Oh, God, no.
Well, let me see.
What?
Let me see. I don't
All right, Dr. Mike don't
They
care.
have a real narrow neck
Yeah.
and a big fat fleshy
pouch.
pouch.
Is that just skin tissue, or is
Nope.
there anything in it?
There's blood vessel in there.
Yeah?
That's why they bleed so much when you...
good, no.
If we had some surgical scissors, what we would normally do is
just get a fucking
do a
knife.
sterile prep, take forceps and put some tension on it, then snip them off with scissors.
So you can get as close to the regular skin as possible?
And you usually don't have to use any anesthetic because...
God damn it! No nerves in there?
No, there's nerves in there, but the thing is that
some nerve.
If you stick a needle in there and start pumping lidocaine in it, that'll hurt for about 10 seconds, and if you just snip it off, it hurts for about a quarter of a second.
Pull it off until it snaps off?
Wow.
Just pull it off and throw them like a hand grenade.
Oh, E-Rock!
E-Rock! Oh, E-Rock!
E-Rock!
E-Rock, could you give a sniff to Big A's skin tags?
All right, E-Rock's going to sniff Big A's underarm. You got this, E-Rock.
No, there's not.
Not bad?
Okay,
all right. Big A.
Very good.
A little hygiene there today, Big A.
All right, so he's got some big-ass skin tags.
Did you suggest he smell the bleeding?
I was going to say that next. That was going to be my
and no, Big A?
Because there was an odor. There was an odor.
Yeah, there was an odor? Can you... We need to confirm that there is an odor.
Why?
Not from Big A, from the bleeding.
From the bleeding asshole hole.
Just to keep it all medical.
Part D. Yeah, just keep it medical.
Well,
We're just keeping it all medical.
Not the problem. If it smells, then
Why don't you just smell his bloody ass? The bloody ass. All right, he's
one asshole smelling another one.
Yeah, here we go. All right, elephant walk. Come on.
Smell in the crack. No boy.
Smell right in there. Get in there, E-Rock.
He cleaned it off.
Smell the fucking.
Oh, he's pushing it again.
Get in there. Give a sniff.
No.
Oh, wow.
Wow, you were pretty close, too. E-Rock loves the smell of man hair.
He likes it. Hey, you get 2 thumbs up.
Wow. That is, E-Rock is a trooper, man. He really is.
Can't we just pull a tag off, man?
Ow!
Yeah, look at Dr. Mike. He's like, let me cut one off.
No, he's very ready.
Can you do it like when you used to tie a tooth to the door?
Oh.
Just going to yank it off?
Good.
Can we do
Good
that?
idea.
I got some dental floss. Can we do it?
Wouldn't work.
Oh, man. All right, are we moving on?
Well, hold on. So those are interesting, but Big A, do you want the bad news? This isn't so smooth. So, when's the last time you've seen the doctor? Legitimately.
Oh, shit. Here we go. Big A's going to die.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
Big A, last time, checkup?
It was a couple months ago, but I wasn't too happy with the doctor.
With the doctor or the diagnosis?
Of course, blame the doctor.
Jesus. The doctor.
The doctor?
You want to find one that's going to tell you you're completely healthy.
You're fine. Your cholesterol's a little low. You could use a few more pounds.
If you came to see me in my office, you'd be fine. But here, I'll tell you the truth.
Yeah.
So you likely have something that's called obesity hypoventilation syndrome, otherwise known as the Pickwickian syndrome.
Pickwickian?
Yeah.
Is that like Don Wickland?
Wait, Dr. Steve, what's the word? Concur?
Yeah, we've talked about that.
Oh, they've conferred and concurred.
All right.
There's no doubt that you have this. Do you sleep with a machine, a BiPAP, where you told you're supposed to?
Sex toy.
Yeah. He was told
sleep
he's
with a
supposed
machine, a dildo.
Yeah.
Wait, he gave up on the sleeping machine, too? Come on, Big A.
Listen.
Andrew.
All seriousness.
Because he got apnea?
Yeah, he has the
right,
worst form of apnea. So what obesity hypoventilation syndrome is.
Wait, how do you know he has that? I'm sorry to interrupt.
Oh, you could tell just by looking. So
You're
the
amongst
plethora of
friends.
faces,
Don't worry.
I'm willing to bet if he rolls
you're
up
still
those
alive,
pants, his legs are swollen like this. And without seeing it, I'm willing to guarantee you pull up his pants legs, he's going to have these big, swollen, red erythematous legs.
Really?
Yep.
Do you have it, Big A?
I'll bet money.
I'm not showing it. But
Oh, shit. Big A, don't worry.
it.
If you're still alive, you can still come to my party.
Okay,
It's fine. Okay.
So
I'm not
people who
showing
have
if he
sleep
has it.
apnea because their weight end up collapsing their windpipe a little bit at night and it obstructs the air going into their lungs. When certain people end up getting so large, that same phenomenon happens during the day. You're walking around not effectively breathing at all. Because of that, you're constantly having this small amount of damage to your lungs, and that ends up causing like a backflow that damages your heart. And that's why you're now getting these big swollen legs, because your heart's not effectively pumping from never breathing correctly. Wear the machine.
Damn.
Wear the machine.
What if he walks on his hands for the next half of his life?
I would do it. You were wearing the machine for a while.
Just suggesting. I'm not a doctor. Suffice to say.
Why? It is very
uncomfortable.
Adjusted, yeah.
Now,
So
that's
with that also.
So it's a casket.
The company.
Wear the goddamn machine.
Right. The company that brought you your apnea machine can adjust the mask so that you can wear it. There's things called nasal pillows. There's a bunch of different devices that they can use for that. And I wasn't aware that you had stopped using it. So
you got to get back on that machine.
You got to use it.
Oh man,
This is life and death at this point, right?
Well,
why are we sugarcoating this? Big A, you got to do the right thing.
Don't say sugarcoat. He's
Yeah,
overweight.
he's had
for
enough
this.
sugar.
Big
things.
You obviously you have to lose weight.
What an asshole.
Are you doing anything to lose weight? Now you Twitter your meals. You Twitter your meals sometimes, and they don't look like the healthiest thing. It looks like a lot of diner food. You're a guy on the go in the car all the time.
I've been trying, not to snack in between meals. Breakfast I've been having egg white, omelets, vegetable, no home fries, lettuce and tomatoes.
But
I'm
okay,
trying.
breakfast. What about like middle of the day and then dinner? What are you doing?
I'm trying have less.
If you
portions.
talk to your food, you'd never eat. That would cure it right there. Just try talking.
Yeah, just talk with your
food.
mouth full. You'll never digest
You'll never
it.
swallow. You'll never do anything. Doctor, is there anything you could do to lose weight? Like not a quick fix, but I mean, obviously diet and exercise. Your diet's probably very poor and your exercise probably nil. You got to get back on there, Big A,
And I used to walk all the time.
You used to be in shape. I saw pictures of you. You were, what, a football player or something?
Football manager, but yeah.
Manager?
Yeah.
Oh, well, so was fucking every fat fucking... Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
around
the
the
thing you need to
clipboard.
do,
Way
if
to
you
go,
can't do
man.
it on your
Yeah.
own, you
Way
need
to go.
gastroplastic surgery, bariatric surgery to lose the weight.
Yeah, you need some help.
Some people with this, it's so bad, and this isn't a joke, they literally need to get trached. They put the hole in their neck because the obstruction happens above your vocal cord, from the weight. So they trach you below.
So
this
you can
way you
breathe
have a
properly.
clear, flow of air into your lungs.
Do you want that?
No.
Yeah, the show doesn't want it either because then Big A couldn't speak.
Oh, my God.
You lose a bit.
That would be terrible.
I can't have that.
And now it's Big A with the news.
No, we can't have that, Big A.
It would pump up the bid a little bit, though.
It would kind of. It would renew it. Yeah, it would.
Voice box Big A. I mean, think of the possibilities.
Oh, my God.
Holy shit.
Different accents, you get different voices, Bob, different
He'd be
characters.
changing batteries every hour on the
totally.
thing.
One day he's British.
All right, Big A, take better care of yourself. All right, now get the fuck out of here. We're running out of time. We got to get some more people in here. I know. Who else we got left out there?
Two more
Sam.
people.
2 more people. Okay, bring in the next victim.
Dr. Mike, how much time has he got?
Oh, you'd have to get a set of blood tests to see one number, how high it's going, and then you get an estimate. And the other thing, you could do take a picture of your heart called an echo to see how much less it's pumping.
And we have dealt with this.
I know you have, Dr. C. That's why I'm frustrated.
His echo probably goes. Blub, glub, dub. Poor guy. There's got to be something. Obviously it's a mental thing. He's dealing with issues, I would think. That's my diagnosis, doctor. Okay. I like just fitting in with you guys and giving my own diagnosis as a shock jock. I feel I am qualified.
I like the more you talk, they just stare at the floor.
I know.
They just look away. They got nothing. They got nothing.
I've never seen a look say, shut the fuck up.
Get the phone out, check some messages.
I know, I like thinking we're colleagues. As Jimmy says, men of similar ilk, but apparently not. Look, our next victim. What's your name, sir? Where you hail from?
Dave from Pennsylvania.
Dave, PA. Any internet name?
Wadsworth D on Twitter.
Oh, Wadsworth D?
Yes.
I don't follow you.
I know you don't.
Sorry. Now I'm going to block you.
Oh, come on. I love your Twitter wars.
I know. I'm yelling
Twitter
all the time
wars.
That's because you have the same, let's say, political ideals that I do.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
Nice.
So you should follow him, man.
Ain't
I
taking
know
my
it.
guns away.
I know what your problem is then. How do we do a racistectomy, sir? Because that seems to be his issue.
I know where to get them back.
See,
If you over Twitter, is that twatting?
He'll relapse.
If you over Twitter, is that twatting?
His
Yeah,
first
bad
bomb.
joke.
Hoping.
Right, bad
His
joke.
first
Threw it out
bomb
there.
ever.
Shouldn't have tried. Shouldn't have saw an opening, fell flat on my face.
Now you
Sorry.
gotta leave.
Right, sorry. I'll go. I'm bringing Voss in. We're calling in Voss.
Disgrace Jim
We're
Norton.
going, right. I apologize, Jim. I'm really sorry. Thanks for having me on.
You just thought they didn't hear it the first time you said it.
Yes.
Right, yeah, I repeated
We
it for
heard
effect.
you.
For effect, right. Just to make sure it was as awful as I thought it was.
And it was.
It was. No, it was really bad. No, I'm sorry.
Sir, what seems to be your major maladjustment?
For the past, I'd say 10 years or so, I get these lumps. And
where?
I have one on my face, I got one on my back, I get them on my pubic region, I get them on my ass cheeks, and they kind of start off hard, and then they get a head, and then it could take anywhere from 2 days to a week, and they burst. And
Is that cystic acne?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be some form of an epidermal
thank you, doctor.
cyst. It
We
may not be
concur.
from that, but that's what it's going to be.
Another concur.
Hey. So it's some type of like
What comes out of them?
Like a really
fucking
dark
party favors. What do you think? Pus and blood. Yeah,
pretty much.
It's like when you pull those Bon Voyage things.
It's pretty much like a really dark purplish like blood.
Oh wow!
Okay.
Should we take a look at
pus
them?
and stuff like that? And
Like
my
Lizer
whole
and
pubic area
Crimson.
is scarred like crazy.
That may be a little different. Do you get them in your axilla to your armpit?
No.
Okay. So what you're describing are these multiple closed comedones. That's that black stuff that you see at the head before it ends up opening into the.
Yeah, and
you
it
get
kinda
these
looks
sebaceous, like cheesy white stuff after the black comes out.
God!
Yeah, it kind of looks like a volcano then
Yeah.
once it's.
But what you're describing in your groin is a different variant of that. That's something called hydradenitis suppurativa. So because
Chlamydia, for short.
That would have been easier to deal with.
That's curable. This is not. So what this is ends up being in your groin. There's a different type of sweat gland than anywhere in your else. It's in your groin and your armpits called an apocrine sweat gland. So this unique sweat gland can get these recurrent infections that are rupturing into the cyst that you're seeing, and that's why you get this big matted down scarred area from cyst after cyst after cyst after cyst, busting. That's what happened, right?
Yeah.
You had just tons of them throughout your life. They rupture, and now I bet you have this scarred red mangled mat around your
God!
Yeah.
There you go.
You are
He's happy. He's very happy. He's very happy. I found the check.
It's got like X-ray vision.
So some people have it so bad they actually have to get the entire skin around their junk excised out.
And then what do they replace it with?
You graft or close back up.
Is that what it looks like? We're looking at pictures on the internet.
Oh, fuck a duck.
Is that sort of what it looks like?
Yeah, that's hydradenitis suppurativa.
Mine's not that. Oh, sorry.
I'm glad I can't see this
that's
picture.
good.
Right,
Mine's not
I'm
that
blocked
red,
off.
but it's
behind the
very close to
Good.
that.
Yeah, right. It's behind the donut box. I'm really happy.
So what are we looking at on him? The other thing, or
Oh, fuck, man.
we got to see it now?
Oh, shit. God damn,
Maybe not.
Dr. Steve.
Maybe not.
Who are you now, Danny? Popping up the worst fucking things I've ever seen.
He has no gag reflex.
It's
I'm
a
just-
big
I'm just
infected asshole region.
Jesus.
You. Oh, God. Oh, no, not a vagina. Oh, God, that guy's just fucked. It looks like an M80 went off in his asshole. That's terrible.
Looks like the Elephant Man's head.
So what can he do about this?
Nothing.
Anything?
Nothing.
There's nothing like...
He's just one of those guys that is fucked.
Why wouldn't something like Accutane take care of that?
No, the only thing that can be done, like you said, is you actually do the surgical resection of the skin.
Yeah.
For people that have it so severe and so multiple, you have to get rid of those glands altogether.
So it's the glands themselves that are doing that?
Yep.
And how many? Like, if it's, I would say if it's one gland, you're pretty lucky. But like,
Oh, yeah. You willing to show?
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you're
Uh-oh.
pretty scarred down.
oh fuck! Why did I keep it going? He was ready to leave.
Right.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
Right in front of Vic Hamlin. That's a problem.
Holy shit!
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Oh my God!
You could make up a good story, though, like you were in Nam and got some shrapnel.
I know.
That's
I was
some
just
sort
gonna
of-
say, it kind of looks like Elias's body after he was running from the church. Fuck, dude. Yeah, I was shot in the groin.
Absolutely, some sort of kidnapping story.
Yeah.
They've done radiation therapy for those people.
Oh,
too.
Christ, what are you? What year is this?
Email me
Yes.
later. I'll give you my email
Radiation
address.
therapy.
I found a new study on something new, and I was trying to look it up. I can't remember what it was now, but there is something new for hidradenitis suppurativa.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, since Opie even said I'm basically a guy that's just fucked, do you guys know of anything for psoriasis? Because I know I have that too.
Holy jeez, Louise. A little psoriasis.
Yeah. Now, psoriasis, definitely treatable. Psoriasis is a disorder that causes thickening of the skin and these sort of silvery, scaly patches, usually over joints that extend, but they can be anywhere.
Yeah.
And some people get in their ass crack too, and that's pretty miserable.
Fuck,
and,
dude.
there's a lot of treatments for it.
Gold Bond medicated powder.
For the really severe
Yes,
cases.
absolutely. Gold Bond.
Gold Bond is Southern treatment for any fucking disease.
Headaches to syphilis.
That's great. I used the Gold Bond. It went right away. All right.
Felt better the next day.
Nothing better than those commercials with some old ladies talking about her cracked feet.
Right. Absolutely.
And her Gold Bond on there. Whatever. Had it with her.
You can put some gravy on it too, right?
Southern cure for everything. Put some gravy on it.
Just put some gravy on it.
Wow.
Right? See, I know your shit.
That's not that was a spoof, actually.
I know.
Do you have any other scarring in other areas?
I have scars on my ass cheeks from
Really?
other cysts that I've gotten there.
That's
And
it. Wow.
they're
Damn.
just-
How
they
often do they come up?
Those on my ass aren't that often. I almost attribute that to stress sometimes.
Really?
In my mind.
Hives and shit, maybe.
Yeah.
Is it itchy? Does it bother you?
No, it's just painful until it bursts.
And there's nothing that can be done. Is scrubbing every day, keeping the area clean.
Yeah, that all helps.
That helps, but it won't.
Does it feel
I wasn't
good?
calling your ass filthy, sir.
Does it feel good when it bursts? Is like sometimes you have to scratch so hard that it actually bleeds, and you're like, oh yeah.
It does kind of feel good.
See?
Right.
Because I actually got here.
Well, go ahead.
I'll go to a quick story for it.
Let her rip.
I actually had one in between my ass cheeks, like
Yeah.
on my ass crack.
Did you just squeeze your ass together and laugh when it popped? Look, Mom, no hands.
No, actually, I tried everything from poking it with a needle and everything like that, just heated up needle and stuff like that. Nothing. And then one day I got in my truck to go to work and just fucking felt wetness all over my ass.
Holy
so much fucking
shit.
blood. It looked like I'd been shot.
God damn.
I found the study that we were looking for. It's this stuff called infliximab. It's actually a monoclonal antibody that they use for a lot of different things.
Yeah.
And it's been tried in hidradenitis suppurativa. It looks like they did it on just 4 cases but they were severe, and they did respond to it. So there's stuff coming.
Okay, great.
And it won't fix the scars that you've got, but it'll it may be able to keep it from getting worse.
Okay.
Wow.
great.
Okay. Well, there you go. Very good. Very good.
Kind of good news.
Hope that works out for you.
Yeah, me too.
And they've done it with 4 people. I'm sure you're going to be 5th or 6th.
Right.
Well, just
That's the problem. It's a real small study, obviously.
A
It shows
small
promise.
study. 4 people. Jesus Christ. Yeah, stand in line. You'll be right there, I'm sure.
We got one more. What the hell is that?
Thank you for coming in, sir, with your...
Also,
legals.
Dr. Steve doing a great job. His Weird Medicine is on tomorrow night at
7 to 9.
7 to 9, and
Eastern.
Ronnie B's doing the show with you. That's going to be strong.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
And Vic Henley doing a great job today. Where are you going to be, Vic?
I'm at Bridge Street Live outside of Hartford, Connecticut tonight.
Very
tonight.
cool.
Bridge Street Live.
Fantastic. Of course, Jimmy Norton is at Foxwoods also, and I'll be heading up there later on and having fun at the blackjack table. So come up and don't bug me, you mushes. You're all bad luck.
That's the weirdest plug ever. He just plugged a don't bother me.
Please
want
come
people
see
to
me, but stay away from me. Right.
See, Jimmy,
don't bother
leave me
me
alone.
appearance.
I'll have the pit boss throw you out.
Jesus.
And I could do it.
All right,
Okay.
we're up to our last.
Our
what the hell
last
is
one,
that?
your name, sir. Say your name into the mic.
The name's Bobo, and I got one you guys all know about,
Okay.
and there's one you don't know about.
Well, tell us about the one we don't know about.
Oh, I gotta start with the one.
This is the Opie and Anthony Show. Opie and Anthony on the Virus, Sirius XM.